Awie adeshimama edamase yakwa asan aba afi na braso se ye na bedwafo edi nkomo se na medi kan kan ne ne na bedwafo na bedi nkomo ne onunyafo ye Daniel Ochem Aboaje nka ne menhia mesre bantama na bedwani nka ne bantama na bedwani uko na bedwamu nso a bedwakwa na hwes kasem nsam so no do didi mu akotene ye pa na onokure ya nso ye ka wo mo kasama aban fes kasam ho a wono so odi mu akotene pa wo menchen ewa ha na ye hwe kwan se Honorable Richard Achampon ono ye bia east na bedwani uko na bedwamu so a ye member select committee of parliament fa sikasam tutu ya ho so no wono so di mu akotene ewo emu na hwe kwan so no BBC edisama yokuna dem na onya maaye no ye bidi kan ene Ochema Boaja Ashase na February pemu no Ochampon ba na yene no atoa so na ya ye na said ye ne da ma memfa birthday dedication we mfemu ansa gifty donko e nyumtuni okumase ene na wo that gifty ye ma happy birthday sanso ena Kwendela enimada ko ene eye wawoda na said ye amanfo eka no we unia ba Stephanie enimada ko say enkan show some happy birthday pa na said they usitie ne said they we are fresh na said they we are sweetest person in life no koswa ne koso na ne sa ne koso sa na ebetumi aboa pa eno eye dia me de beba na fi mechi abantama fo nyina brakwam jesi ene parliament fo nyina mamu nyina chi ena no pay enne Ochema Boaja be come say dia na me ma na kwaba Ochema kwaba
ja
ye bia woko
afisha pa
ye ja aboko ache
emiala na some dey me ba mo frame me ba
ba say wo ba in person ba on phone
adwuma no duru so na say ya ba be e ka bi aboa
abeka bi aboa
say be jama e disifu afa de e be ba be ka bi de adwuma na duru so
bantama boko
me there Roma so far so good
the radiasi
na so e mi watch
adom mishaho na ai we de mamimi so
yes
Finance Minister Eco Parliament at the budget call. Mampeni enso a State of the Nation address. And a mampeni be the children so and also by Canada. Entino we no emundi ohe and a year on mine no at the Ankasapa me say the America obeti masia say Finance Minister at the budget call. Mampeni so a State of the Nation address and a mampeni be the children so and so by can also one eye test confucia e de o kan ti emu de wo he na eye de eye oman ne de ankasa pa
Jacob na din kan fanchia ma o hefo ne watifo nyina ane minuan mo bantama consistency ene madwuma ye for mo 2M Express ene MGI Microfinance ene adafo nyina ni nyina ye oman ne de ebi nsu nchebi budget nsem ye emra hwehwe constitution like chese aban se afibia bedrua ese wode the budget beto na normally ya na minister of finance na koyema no ko general name no ayama no ana state of the nation address and so ye constitution na share aban say from time to time almost every year the beginning of parliamentary session no ese o call na ode o man ni gina ye ana ni gina bia State of the Nation. Ha ne masitiye ebeto o mino enim. Na the Vice President His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Baumia. And so koye e wo test kon hono. Eno nso nyina ka amamuo no san se wa wonim se enchepi ana my Ghana sikasem na ashikishiki si. Na ka se nyina na akase ye hu de ye in terms of say uncertainty abam nti na say ono so na basic asema amamu e wo mu yi ene economic management team no na da no nti samra ye nuanom test confo ma na konya platform kase madaroma na say ono so tumi ba na de mampanyini e kan de minister of finance kan na obegina hono so biebiem ko akiri kase na the nation's post among for kasaye ni through ne the opposition for busia questions ni nyina no otimbe ka bibi ama Ghana fo nyina hu se nyese bia ye nte na enim de eye nemom in addition to the mamba panyine be kan no the minister of finance eye no the efi se nyina ti nyina ye amambo no ho hyem nyina ye o man dia nyina so ye consistent nyina ye nya dia be different from the other consistent. It's part of the management of the economy. And to me fi say we be free money, they are all part of the bigger management issue of the Ghanaian economy.
Yes, fan mako na yenhwe. Dedi kan mampenebe de chire ekasa edefa wo man yesi kasam bibia na ewo bibia beduru ene bibia ye ekọ. Before mo beteki officers mo be fa to me no. Na oman ni si kasam no na etisen according to records no na eka eda ho eye beye 122 billion Ghana cedis. Say ye kasai akokodu 336 billion Ghana cedis say menyane year. Answer mo be fa no amamu no. Esi kasam ti say.
Na pro
na the two senior so percentage wise no and this 8 years no how many percent bisia and omoje ye and na monso mo buy how many percent bisia and amoje
offer Jacob na me ka se we o twe ko gina debt no nko a ha na wan tiase papa enti ese etimi chechirim kakra se de mampanyina ba ye no offer ba bia o man Ghana you free as a mine. Ye pem puntuo. Na amai amampanyina hodo aba akọ kopim say e be fa free. Yenuanom NDC for 2016. Kwahia wo busa ba ko no say samre no na amai sika sam no gina say. Ti wo kire mu kwachiri pa na che emu do. Yenti amamu do no say o my Ghana ye da so ye o man a afena ye gusu a ye pese tu pon o mu se o man di 65 years Ghana di 65 years but eba empuntuo mu anamuntu a ye Kwabena o my Ghana nyini eti se akra afena wo ha se onante na wo hwe aman panyina hodo ba ye num no ekwa bisu a ebi fa ebu wo mu aman Ghana na ana montuo kase bia ntumi ahyehye akra no ana oman no amana nyina na naso papa bebebe nti da so aye tutu anamon nti utu anamon na o soro se wonante a utimi tehwe ansa na utimi tetehwe na soro na ogina na utimi gira na kona ye dia ebedu ba bi no se obi kontoko no ewo ne kuromu a enya nsusu so wo so anase wo tutu na mo na panyin bi twam na ohwe ase a wo akra no twani hwe a wonte nto because amre na wona agege fom my Ghana e bam puntu ma e nanyeje fom na de ne twa ya mu kura ne se de ntia ye nanyeje fom ne se ene ma hudo bebrebe Ghana koko for so many years ye da so di koko ko raw so many years ene ma bebrebe ha ke betuma ye wo ha ye to free aman obi krom na eba so many years ranting about what if squat sometimes someone you manye so many years bibia ti say ko ye bedi ye benom ye beda adai ye de raw material nkwa na de ko enti adwenkase fo ba ye no MPP fo ba 2017 no na ye tesansensem wo nyina se pese oman no ye fa hudi man a ewum se ye nya fa hudi wo independence but economic independence no still ye wo chi kakra sanse yisika krompa ye ka ho asemi enso akohomabo sika wo ka ho asemi enso akohomabo enti wo ye ba tumi mu no na ye nim sa fundamentals no ne ma ese ye no managina so nti o mampanya kofado eni so ade ba ko kato Ghana fo nim a ye nyina ne be ye ho adwuma no akọ anim no se esis ye oma bia ebro aid so ya ko masika be so ye amana bro so enti tia eno ase na de etwa ye mu kura ne NDC 2016 no e be fa ye no na oman sika sem no aprotete kan enti sade ade ne betumi aye me ka sem re bia ko kofodua no mampanya kufado e be hia majority caucus to maname wo parliament no no say de ne ye opposition ne anim aye se o man sikasam ne nye no ene de ba ban mu ya behunu no amana ne mu dopa che de ne opposition anim no se yenuanam ndc4 o ma se o man no kodo na akonya yanyan si amfa na kwaridie nyamesuro ene adwumaden a ntutu anamon a etimi ma gina yi a yankopon kura yen panimfo ye die nim no onfa ncheye posterity will question us o challenge ye o kan sasem kura na awse agube se emudo chande na ete opposition ni enim no ntimo mi anyere ho na nyadwuma papa e die na yeka sikasem no na ndc4 de akoto 1.2 billion 122 billion eka no so hwe ka no nko ade a obey mistake because ohwe eka no a mampanya kufu do be faaye na ene de aduru ya ese wo de tu na dwuma ho wan fan to bibi hu de a wo be ka no yo ene ye kase ya kwai che enuanum ndc4 a omufisa agrobi ne yedie amammo sebe nya ne akwan ye nko a na school daisy adwuma mampanya kufu ado ede Ghana sika hodoa adodo a wo de aye no edoso pa enti se ye fasika sem no nko ade a se eka no nko ade a na ye mistake nemom se ye bosia bo no obi bo ye se ye amamu no obi bu ne ye se wa mu ne ye ye se wa bom mu na be kire wado and I say at the end of the day you better input and output NDC4 pensua omuji sika 122 no yekeka bibia bo mo otu na mo bu ma ni nyina no o man no output de efuri mu baaye ni nyini ene ye gina so ja ni nyini no o man no nyini no na eteko na chi o de kobro ma Ghana's GDP was growing at a decreasing rate se kane no President Kofoja Homa NDC no na ye de 9 acres na ka Ghana sikasam ho enyini 9 acres a NDC for be so mu no ekopem 2016 no mo de 3 acres ade a obi de 9 acres every year eka ho no or the 3.4 acres in other words in spite of the way nyina no na output no ni nyini no 3.4 for amampanya kufu adode before covid ensa na yawie ibebom ebeba no na the average ni nyini no wa 3.4 say afu a omampanyi John Domani mama ene na mamu a wie eba wie 2016 no o de 3.4 ne ka ho omampanyi kufu Dubai na average o de 6.9 acres ene ka ho every year
den na bampani na nado ye oba abam no oni abam mu bo oba abam mu 2017 no magic be no ye ntie etumi economy ni tumi enyini 10% wise 6.something% no etumi ko duru ho then potin no ye
obuman no
na wo kwan ben so
edi nka wo tia sese ye wo ha mu mampanyi John Domani mama odum kan enfie na wudum kan no beda output increase wodum kan enfie nan ebeda wo man economic activities na ede output no aye friend GDP no aba no ebeda aba mampanyi Akufo Dubai obaya na oye dai obeso ano eka wo ho otua bi sha se o negotiate wodi yakose IMF program ase emranten maba wa hoden a obetuma ya adwuma no untumi mu o man nti wo se broni ma hwe osikasam so ena onso de tabono beto wo so untumi spend untumi fa ne pa adwuma mampanyi Akufo Dubai se emranten ne maba wa wiesiku a oko unemployment situation e dey emfa ne say extended national service say na NDC4 frɛ no 100,000 mun kopa bibi na mun koye oba ye no say bank ya property bank enipa 4.6 million Ghanaians sika akoka bank okwa onya microfinance bebrebe egu sika sama ye pasa better business akoso oba ye o say okay meboa na ya solve hwehwe ma na mukofa adwene baaye ehu kankwa otuaye ma sikasa ba economy mu ma obi akanani na so nsa beka sika kransa kan ne de owie no na ehu ka 25 billion
na sa
me ba ko ka ho bosia bo bosia bo na business for ye di adwuma NDC peso na ko bosia sabe wo betua be average 28%. In fact me kura me bosia ni bi 35%. O man panyi jono man mama na nkasa bosia ko wisu road fund e ko bosia o bank bi ho 32%. Na bosia board ya obeda wonya sika ko hye adwuma ama adwuma na paja o man panya ko for do buy na grum policy rate is fundamental of the pricing no policy rate no or taste free 25.5% and or the beto 13.5%. O paja mu kakra no e ko 14.5%. Na say covid buy na eja yam pese amafo be yum skant no yam mu bia ka ho akọ 17%. Entemra wo te bosia boso no na me no one minyakane ya adwuma businessman minyakane ya adwuma two bosia no so ayafo entimetimi akibi e de bia adwuma num e de be na besi emputuo obaye no te treasure bill so wonu asema e kire so wo say aban bia ba na treasure bill si hu no wote so a wonu de oka kire o man no ana de oka kire wo mu ska anya ko bre wo ska fa mera mi o wo de mera mema 10% mema 12% enti wo ska de na open for subuma fa ko yadwuma enti se bank bo ska no so de koma aban wo de koto treasure bill a ni si hu no ketu abi enti bag ni pesika de a onfa nkoma timamufo na adwumayefo enya adwuma enti wo say reduction in treasury bill rate means send your money back into the public, to the private sector. Na private sector enya bi no. Some bo ka bi a company ya board this year 2M Express. Unim denti ya ko 2018. Mampanya ku fado maye no. MPP maye no. Na e diska no, sika woni na da control treasury bill because NDC all this can control treasury bill na ye. Na ye say enye ma o man no. But e mami, se be diska ko ya dwuma pa de ye. Me da control treasury bill. Ento manu timi nya sika nya adwuma mabanya ko for ba hotel so wadam sika de me de ko ye me de ko share treasury bill da menya 10-12%. Se me de ko ye adwuma menya 28% ana menya 25%. Ento me de ko share treasury bill ayedai ana me yi sika no ana me de ko bie car na ye frɛ no 2M Express no a enne me no kasai amrante ne ba wa ye adwuma ho over 150 sa ne chochire man. Governance is bigger than just building roads.
Who can you know? No can say me say.
One you know na ma.
This kasem no gina.
Echo the new 6% is almost average of 7%.
Yan share
6.9%.
Yan share before mobile bam 2017 no. Na ade a World Bank and other financial institutions no. I can say oman yi growth in 2017. Ebekosro on project say before 2017 a day na enkane ban eye ya e ma World Bank for any sa we are some answer kasam aso ya hodo no atumi a project ye say in 2017 no ye bekọ akoyanim ana samu bibi na na ma hyehye de ato wa wo munim ayeye nim nti o mo ka sa na
a projection budget itimi ba ma 90 million okay it will be my 90 million. You can either hit it or not hit it. And to me, I can say, "So me project here, me free her, ABA by 12 o'clock. Say upon 11 me drew ABA circle. And so you and I am coming team. Now to imagine how. And you can say, oh, we have time my Jack Kwabena can say upon now a cham so ye and the plan so be drew be show be circle 12 o'clock no. The package now will try me. Man, the only reason me I can say, oh, okay. Me do what I'm driving now, and I didn't know I'm so from Kono. Jacob also jam in them. In other words, obet me a project, but intimate. And he said, you can projection now, of course. That time no can I don't do. What can I say? I don't do. Now, you know, NDC for under JDM. You fancy a quarter capacity number, and you see how we gonna fusika. And no pop or talk capacity a bro. Ye here so. And then okay, dear. Dr. Alajiba Miabekanya, ya boka excess capacity ya here no. Kotobe kuma 17 billion excess capacity. Ghana for here, Ghana mako
petrol a yɛde so ɛkanea gallon mako 3000 wakoto 5000 wakoto fidie 5000 na wo wie no kra no sɛbe wan kan ye say oh 5000 no sɛ mo yɛ man yi o mo anya amane yi o yɛbetua saka me na kame ya meka sɛ okay yɛhia 3000 de mo yɛ ama anya yɛbetua ho ka take or pay 3000 2000 na aka no de ɛbɛyɛ use and pay kana sɛbe wo papa ana wo maame ne Ghana na nya obia hu Ghana sɛ obi dia na wo hu sɛ ɛyɛ me no mienu dia na koyɛ hyehyɛ bɔne bɛbɔ omaika 17 billion enti na omo ayi bibi kakra mini problem sɛ meka sɛ bia omo de capacity ne bai ɛno kra no omo de ku oman no
omo de ku oman no kwan benso
ɛja me ma mienu pɛ Dr. Bawumia kan ho asɛm kotobe ku oman no ɛbɔ yɛ ka 17 billion banking crisis alone ɛbɔ yɛ ka 25 billion.
Bank dia wo kai say banking sector. Bank dey boy ka 25 billion. Na banks hold on the ka say na no mo di oman no. Sika say na akodi o mo nchen a na wo mu tumi say dey aka no. Ye tumi entua enti ayi say ye gu no. Na banks ne de ka say.
Eja e ka abai tua ye bo tua no. Na maka kire.
25 billion.
Sa say we say about yanim e finance committee of parliament. Na binim say oh Enka bia nkaka ni so a enka betimi ama bank na kwa akwaso ana se bia enka betimi afa different strategy and this for yes bia omanya bibio omo try omo sisa 600 million koma obi se wo bank iguje utie Bank of Ghana report omo di ba finance committee a was it time na kase mpanimfo ni bia na Bank of Ghana ho no ekase they were facilitating se yeni sika no tse no the only shisheye e shisha mu de to ho say you blow 600 million ye de obi wa betra ho ama na hwede e kwa amafa so ye o ma fa nko enti utie Dr. Anderson that time all testify before the finance committee na we say abaka say there's an invisible force bi hand bi aso Bank of Ghana move for mu a o mutimi nya adwuma no
adenti na Bank of Ghana ye sika sam kra bia esopa wo mo nhwe bibia emra ne hihye no mo de ye adwuma
sure
enti no se obi wo ho na so de emra ne hihye ye adwuma na so obu ne ne aguso a adenti no man no enso no mo antwe no kokko gina court say now ye adwuma Bank of Ghana ye de 600 million Ghana cedis ama bank ABC so mo fanya adwuma ana sa bank sika to ye some de ye adwuma hihye na some de ye adwuma no mo fa hihye no anya adwuma enti we hold you responsible as say deputy governor, say director, say hwan one wadwuma ye enti ye chi wakoko gina court ama court amanemra anyway di mo nya bibia te sa adentira
unfortunately mini parliament ka bia committee me amount vivid update that time no bebo obey testimony no sa question we by no see some of the officials of the Bank of Ghana are being prosecuted.
Who and who?
Let me see me update now.
As we speak,
but as at that time, no, they were kind here, and no say those who have breached the rules, you know, they are now going through. I think so now Yoko and now Bibisa. That time, no, you know, I don't have the update yet, but something was being done.
Okay, after 5 years or 5 years on, no, you know, say one more years, I near man, one more this kind of man, a bit more course, you do my some say, I can say, 80. Woma bank say this kind of ma wo no ye de mako gina court na de this kind of mo nipa no bank no this kind of koye no ye ka say metumi mo nipa bako pe credit say me am tie minu say na se me say Bank of Ghana
e betumi aye a topic for another day ne akwakoye homework e kodi akire hu ba bi edru but as far as I'm concerned something was being done. What was told to the committee, the finance committee, that some of them were going through because of course any preoccupation. For instance, if you could not call to Ukraine, all this war, the wheel of justice, a conquer crack. So I think say, I don't have any reason.
A bit more say banking sector reforms are most no. I can who be no man say kasem we go ye. Esan say sanka e be 25 billion Ghana cedis amose mo de kwakọ good bank na mo de etuatwa nkrofo deposit na se for de sa consolidated bank yi no. Sanka sai sika no mo de man say okay say 25 billion na e ho no. Bank ABCDE e bia mo de ka ya riska we amamo ye de ani ene ahwene Sanaka Bank of Ghana se omo ya wo mo anye no se ye de aba ye de ani ahwene ebewura mu fe ama ya hwe se mu di hihye no so pepepe na ya hwe even though una ya manager una MD but the government have oversight responsibility so betumi ahwe sa dwumadi ni nyina so se na be ya scan bi enkonkodi baby identity na ya anya ne sa secondly yes banks ni bi so wo ha enye se ebia wo mo deka na mugu no na mo no ekame ya se wo mo ya bit affiliated to one political in quote political color bi na frafra mu ntina kokoba sa sansa wa do mi no be ya no sen
Jacob na ebi ya ha ensem keka mpani fosi edi ja ne da so awo sebe ana montu aba tu ye no odwene ho ansa de odwene ye di ja no ntie da so no otu na mom bia de be ne say ye be support no otu na mo odwene ho ansa economic management ya mo dwene ministers are they meet and they think and they have options. That is the option omu choose is the best way to go given experiences. That's what we say bank way political blue color green color ntia gu no there I don't think so. I know the emogu and this because me catch the banks bi high nim so muso sebe ke bia ko omu ye bia yenuanom NDC for bank omu da so ebi kura high aboa omu aban ma omu sika so ma say what is company friend gat amu copy sika the pension money they boa banks be because capital requirements require massive from 120 million to 400 million ne binya sa gat ko resist ka aya ban hwe ni bi ko resist ka be boa local banks anom hiamwa enti sa asem ke Canada do ba bia na ebi de ye politics ya fa no to nche the most important thing is say o ma panya kufu ado na mantu a otu ye no e ma me sika kodi financial institution bia na anya correct after 2 years misakan plus a friend say kakra ekoto ho no de nyina e ba correct e chei eso e bai enipa nya ho mfaso eye 4.6 million Ghanaians ametu makasa memeti wi ebitu na kama kan ho because ye koya investment keto bi oba bia aja eno so koloko kekam but abai bibia anyira etimi bi say obi ka say eyen anamuntu a e ka tell wo kai America tamana wo US financial crisis the bad who US okay Obama ko beli Bank of America
yeah
I think about $444 million.
Yeah.
You bail them out. So the government took the decision instead of bailing the banks out, I am bailing out Ghanaians.
I didn't say Obama there no one Kasabia also a Bank of America no. Obama discuss ko remu say na bank no be koso adwuma na amanfo adwuma enfiri wo monsa. Internet say yeso ye de no yefa sika nkwan ko remu na me ka so oversight responsibility say amanfo nso nya adwuma still me say a bank no wo ho na yefa sika no enko boa wo mo na yen hwe say yen ye be hwe ye de ni be remu say fe ahwe say emran hye say ye adwuma pepe pa na
aban discuss ko remu na sika no ko remu no ye ka banks ni nyina bi bom yangu no tinio ye ka ni nyina bom but me, like I said, the government collapsed some banks. It didn't. The government consolidated. And consolidated bank jetty.
And how many branches in here? How many staff in the fire?
I think so that time I'm parliament. Now you're 93.
Compared to other banks in the
banks boom. Well, no, we are not competing to consolidate bank, no penty. The officer been bearing too much, And the BIF about Kusi. Na ba ko so si piece of ma e bendodo na bia yi ba ko yedai every ho enipa na kakra lusu modjuma ba dodo na 4.6 million no aban afaso aboa momanyum sika. That is the best way I dream. Say aban ye mistake consume the boy hina, but for me if you say aban ye mistake, Ghanaians were bailed out, and that's the most important thing.
What can some no can send be efa banking sector kuria na ye ka sa banka ye gu yes kasam tutu ye se de sikokoye no a ebinum susu say sika ye de wuram 25 billion no ya kan kakraka dodo as we speak yenim se bank awdo bi ne mo any aban ade aban kokko se abanhwe no g kwabko sundum die no am say some no court say okwan aban fa so de na adwuma no anhye dan koye nti na banhwe no san restate bank no san pa ko na say kra wasan aka ho asem enti ebisa say sa reform na ebaye no so a contribute toward to the downfall of yen sikasam ntoto ye no ma sikasam no ekofo bo kwan bi so esan say e bampo firi prekope
emre bi enche pi me kwasa platform bi so na me say oman anamontu sikasam a ekoboni nyina sebe enam covid baaye ene de ayi Russia ko invade the friend say Ukraine o twekwa chire pa na ndisi fo ka ho bi ka huna o ma e bebo boye
ha ka huna ne de wa
17 billion take or pay 25 billion banking clean up over 3.something million pension tier 2 ayantua all these things you know sankiyamo sakana correct enene we ka say kamiensa ayi covid ka 8.5 billion energy excess capacity 17 billion plus banking crisis 25 billion sa 50.1 billion no omampanyin kufuado ebaye flagship programs a oyeye mako 9 nkabetumi aye no mpresa because 9 programs na omampanyin kufuado ye no free senior high school ni 1D 1F ni de kaka ho bebrebe no emu akese mako 9 ehun sika na ye 15 point something billion and kasa 50 billion no ebetumi tua no almost 3 times na enra na sanne Dr. Bamia begina horkai no enti wo se yenya sika ana bibiasi na akofa poro ba wo be kasa miati a we say se me komija mo ayi emergency fund eto every say if say sa fuel money near the koto emergency no me jam $200 million $200 million abra akofa kabe almost about 7 billion aba ni kasa kasa hema me kasa mchiro
$7 billion and $7 billion Ghana cedis
50 billion 50.1 no is equivalent to $7 billion now kasa wajam 200 million udi di matama na sedai me kasa mchiro eja sa de edemani mpanim focus mbi se onim de me free Dr. Bamia ne lecture no 129 pages no enie mpanim fo se ununu o so nunuma aja we ndai ana wo sa bande wo de wubube o so nunuma
na tene kankan
de bia ana Dr. Bamia wadani o dollar na chi no de bande obebie na no ba kopɛ me se sa de we obia be kan otum
awo kwan be so
ba bia nya din
kwan be so
bia nya din
kwan be so ntina be
bia boase akan eja say if you want to speak to science and data na nya anumdwa ani nkotibotwa na yesi ye hwe numbers na speak to science and data facts and figures what you go offer GDP even the COVID Russian war or invasion GDP is better than NDC ohwe debt to GDP senkanye saka hunu na kututu ya enka cry 68% better than NDC ohwe borrowing rate policy rate inflation better than NDC they should go and read
but sir
now you are asking question moji skebe bebe modi yedai aza ha
wo ho a sa asema aka nyina no
117 items listed
aban no mamenka obi the message bi aba wo ha I'll say good morning, Agya Kwabena. The finance minister told Parliament that the government has paid 937.5 million Ghana cedis, and the vice president also said 70 billion Ghana cedis. So, who is saying the truth? Obi question the abano.
Any numbers no
maybe say GDP any say and some can yababa IMF any conditionalities e ba ya mo say mo de mo man from ho hwem na yababa ho later on sa GDP ni sa nyama ne me ka wasem nyina ne de ka kan no book mu ewom but in reality no reflect e wa amafo asetere mu ana
Agya no kranya mi anim Omampanya Kufuado a Kasa State of the Nation okay Minister of Finance in some of the statements baby are making no waka Omampanyini abediachiri Dr. Alhaji Baumia very open yen the communicators so obi gina ho baby no ka se enne de enamu no omaga na ho atona Agya oboa because ahokyere oho na nya Ghana nko a ewiase nyina America UK da bia ane yenso ka ho bi ebi ye covid sunsanso ebi ye ntokwanso abanansan a ene ayetofu a abontre bebrebe enso din sunsanso abreye enti obi ani ho obegina waka se Ghana ye ho atoye se de mi hyase a me ne wuri kika no ye ya oman ya afenye ntupo Agya eniema ye hia doso eche ye friend say eniema sebe nka ebetimi aboa ma asitena koye ehia mpuntu nyuma can you believe say Omampanyini Akufo-Addo policy okay agenda 111 say wo Ghana ha district bi wo ha enya covid ne be bi eni a say Omampanyini kan no na nka district the whole district hospital ni ho Agya me kasam nkai abusuafo ya mo fa ncheme oni bi the time call politics apart from say 1993 meye madwe se me pese mbeye MP da cha me kobo bra fa bi wa America baaye na mi fra America baaye na me de ma me koto Confederate Hospital o ya yi abrewa 2 weeks hypertension kuno mi twa mo Confederate mo kire me de koto mo kire me besna ko abuja fo mo fa cheme ino fi yanko pon fa crazy we share Confederate building no some me can say this is a death chamber.
I didn't know cancer.
Sabi man can do matter but na me kase. Ini kwa say obi be die with hypertension oh because the me free ba na me free America ba fresh. America sa de no nkun. Ti ehona na me ye madwen say ada se metie simbi. Na yi nyina ka bom. Ni aboa mo mampuntuo na konanim. Anasa masese mabusuafo nyina do makọ America. And no time TC and is the last straw that broke the camel's back. The last thing that pushed me. So go and be part of the solution. And to me who politics said, "Enyame he nipa and wording for him therefore omo willing to learn the orchestra bi beboa." Bi anana enya nuruso a ekina bedu so come and help Ghana. And to man Ghana ye hia puntuo niema. So odi sika kwaye nema sebe kwaye contract take or pay contract na bo man cut 17 billion na sa ko jema bi na o ya wuti se anoma kokone
sa power ayi a wo kan wasem yi no so mo ye hihye ne se ye ya be ye mfie no machi no na abadan ye dia anya sa na netie enti se be dan ye dia na se say exist still 5 years some matuma mana ko how many years momo baaye no yantum mantum bibie wa na wosisa dane abaye ye japade fully
I'm not sure what has been put before parliament but what you have to understand say na e kan bebrebe o ha yentua bebrebe ntina na
access power na de ntina yentumi nton ama hodo so wo mo mpa
hey asem na okofa bay enkopa da ma minister of finance ne finance committee of parliament e boy ma me call World Bank meeting a few times I am a full meeting at Washington DC obeje di se de na ye to no otomo obi a ne board ntumi koton uto ade wo ha be that time na me say 17 whatever sense or whatever it is the boarding ti West Africa na omo nya bi direct no omo bo no from chair nti wo de no board wo de call ha na eto akasa to de 10 cedis now koton no 5 cedis and they say one fan kokoro ye nti the contracts were badly negotiated. And to the big cars, some said there were certain incentives in there for those who did it because they didn't put Ghana first. And that is why na I didn't say to me in Concoton because but the Okoton no onunya na bantre for about that all there. Sasimo say a copy Washington DC. Ghana abra share Ghana 14 no share mpanimfo a MF near pekwa ebefa so no maye etimi aye ana ukoto ama unuan so a there has to be some level of trust. So trust be ama, and I think there were issues in the past power issues near to Toby and Asana issue import to be a problem. And you know, it wasn't just a one-time process. Not the World Bank or the IMF had to come in to see how we can reduce that liabilities. And you know, the next thing and say, the Hiano, young promising nation take or pay. The Hiano, see you do say you swap, na you tria, no one hybrid. Now the age man, but unfortunately, no, Umam share that time, no, Umam Fagana. I sabi I am see woman first.
Ankuyi me baso na ya hwefo de yesramo a ene na ka onunya forocha the champion oye bia isimrahye bedwani na nka se oba be si ndi sama yokono ananmu na so sisi ka say still na yenya entenenka eye bia isimrahye bedwani wono asem na mekan enti monhye no so emfa mayen se enye si bia ye no one on one na NDC mrahye bedwani bia
ya kwenya mai
wono ene se so oba na obeka edema NDC sama yokono so no say ye kasay abono nkono apa hosema aduasa enkono ayisa kasema aduona abonundu wo meka yensa so tumi ba ye ne bekasa ye ne bidi ko ya boy homodin ase yensa beka no phone so yensa entumi enka no enti ebisere ahwefo se bo nhye ne so emfa emaye Enoch Tete Kwame or say so after the MPP has been in office for 6 years they are still doing blame game. If not John Mahama and the NDC, then it's COVID-19. If not COVID-19, then it's Russia-Ukraine war. Did Ghanaians voted for you to come and blame? NPP never again. My greetings to Mahdi Jibril and Chairman Ibrahim Sunday of Asamankase. Abion Jude mentions or say Ghanaians don't need book economy. If you don't know, after all, his talk is full full and it's still high.
Okay.
What
the question about? Full of something.
Okay. What the yeah can we now? I'm not sure. No say. Let us say now. Daniela Akrobot also. So with all the many first things and many factories, Dr. Baumia said, Dr. Baumia said they have built. Why is the economy still doing terrible? Why is Ghana currency the worst in the world after Russia? Why is the dollar equal to almost 8 Ghana cedis? Why is the gallon of petrol is now selling almost 50 Ghana cedis? And how come we were able to move our public debt from 120 billion Ghana cedis to from 2016 to 350 billion Ghana cedis in 2022? How come inflation is now 16%? Dr. Baumia tried to link the digitization to the growth of the economy. I thought he was going to find the same way to tell us why the economy is doing terribly and why Ghana's currency is the worst in the world. He couldn't tell us the missing link, which are the solutions. Yeah, y'all saying Yaro say Agya Kwabena tell Honorable Abuaji I said people with the name Abuaji don't lie. They don't lie like that. Oh, so you know Abuaji be online oh Mati wo wadwen no me da say Ochem what can same be at the far a bind call and this abino echo IMF ama conditionalities be by say ebe fe dwumaye fo ene nema bebre mo be amoso mo extend it is ade na nya why then do you extended it
yeah IMF there the kwenya me anim sebe and this for ehihia mo de koye no na o man nkoyi na sikasama ya demo na omuso mukosenche na mukoye homegrown policies muwie no mu se sebe sa de o mahihye no se broni bi amfa na nimonyama amatachira ya mauska because the mahihye no na credible. So they needed policy credibility. We hear say be touchy. Na ya hwe nanim. Ana nanim onyam. Na ya hwe so ama obibi. Chan say, send pa kono be discipline. That time it means say hena no ka reckless borrowing. And then I say o borrow kra na confirm utuko Burkina no. Sa type of economy na ye wom. Mam TV school onya sika onya baby koye adwuma. Na kane dundum na confirm utu na aban afibia election ba na spend so much. Enti when I didn't sika ba to my Ghana. When I be hwe won hihye so ama osika. Na exchange rate ni tumrika gidi. Oko bank kura unya sika because aban akoje ni nyina. Aban waje bank loans ni nyina. Enti no it was a very very difficult time. Enti no mudwane ko IMF. Na IMF oko no ha de o catch and say mentimi mu me man sika asema konta. Enti beboa me. Ono so be ya ne say ne ma mienu pe. Ada say usika na unya no. Udi buru too much. Enti to so. Ana say pe kwa bi ne sika bebrebe. Live within your means. The IMF okwa IMF say sia obe try to find ways and means say sika na ba na bedoso. Na no bi ka oba bi say Ghana for 1.5 a friend say levy. Si anya ntumni ka say ko IMF or have be 3.5. Yes. Because they will force you to generate money. Near one. And as can ban so a person sisi hu ntokro bia say leakages no where embam kese. Corruption ne de kaka ho no. To obaboa system ne hihye no say more technical advice no more kakakra. Because we are member of the IMF a kuo na wo ho no. Na oyes anu so no na o pekwaya wo expenditure. Nse wonya sika na ana utimidi ya wonema. Enti the office say ebema expenditure na koso no na otiso. Enti gbasa o ma okwa ma mfa nipa wa adwumam. Tise bia obi ko retirement na de obi akoshim. Obi ko retirement na we fa o ma mfa because opekwa bi at expenditure no.
Eti do you want to say NDC 2016 before 2016 be fia abem no wo ma mfa adwumayefo bia.
Aha, because mo mfa adwumayefo bia sebe na ebia kontompo. But most of the nipa who form na ye replacement. Then to say ye dey buy 100,000.
For
Napco for instance.
Na sa napco for na mo kan won sem na so o my demonstration aka won sem I said napco for from some of about okay assuming my first strength of napco for 100,000. O mu do saying last if my memory serves me right almost 60 something thousand. And I say omunya permanent job enye about 34,000 or so. 37,000 or so. And enya adwuma aye. It is here for the 100,000. Na 37,000 pa na enya adwuma aye. Now o majority no e wo ho a. Can you say a successful program na?
Agya me eba for no. Me kwaji bi I think we take care about we about 30. By the time omu yum 3 years no, almost about 90% ya for. What they needed was experience. What you make an say? And that was there. They needed experience. They had exposure. Interpersonal skills, organizational skills, communication skills. Okay? And it was not for nothing. A exposure. I don't have the latest numbers yet. But it was not a idea. It was good. Say also mo ko demonstration o mo ye whatever no problem media abeye good say ababadu ka o dan say utifia onya adwuma nye after all you have something to look up to obetumi kura ko wisu aban and o pay slips yakopa bosia age enti no de mesel me ento ntwenda so obeka ya that time no na nurse for and even a doctors ewie adwuma 3 years na yem fa o madwuma ndu bakasa bia o ti NDC for adwuma for o mu fa edwuemore nipa do mu fa adwuma because na enhihye da so say te wo ka so o fa adwuma no na de kan bi beka ho enti na eden the entire standing no say ehhehye World Bank ayefa say IMF hyehyema NDC for say omunisuro if my memory is serve right do na woman timi pass one kura aja woman pass you enti yefa say menua ocham wabaye ade bi yadona ma Jacob na say ometo aso na wo ocham wantimi anya ne ye enti Jacob na say wantimi anya 1 2 3 bia ye ma wo freedom ma wo nya odwuma na Jacob na ka kire o say oh menuanom o mi say ocham ntimi anya mama fe baako na men show commitment and progress ebia menwie ni nyina mentimi meeting ni nyina but se show progress within a year mon fancheme inti extension no was to prove to the world the IMF that we are committed to fiscal discipline. We make sure we spend efficiently and no na ma extending kakra among other things to prove to them say you are making progress kakra ya nwie ni nyina na ya pass ni nyina ba mo nyaye ya ba ya ba foforo ye hihye enko enum but we can assure you given what we have done for 1 year no you better assure say we will continue to make things work and that is why we extended yes bia e ko pese de hokoshe
IMF no aden yewura Kwame PNM or your founding member of your party
sure
and na ye kesikasem so abi wo mu pa sure oda dwunkyere bia ba say ukodom uko IMF enya musuo bi no akokobo
oh sure
you are a member of IMF
sure
unje sika wo de bi to akakra ka ko ahukyiri mu a no akokoje
sure
sa homegrown policy amode aba mi modi yi levy
yes
fanchemi yi levy amose mu beji aban fa start complaining ma fa kan wasem machine bidwafo age atum the projected sika mbose munya no is about 6.9 billion Ghana cedis meboa okay
almost 7 billion
so
6.9 yes
6.9 billion Ghana cedis a projection
yes
ye betumi anya yetumi nya
betumi kwa abroso
betumi abroso wo hwe signal na e wo ho no a ye betumi do sabotaye no ho wo hwe won se ade bia be se agrobe so a efianopa wo hwe signal sa edik yi levy e ba be ye beji atum no e kan no a ye betumi edu ye projection no ho being a finance person no ye betumi edu ye projection 6.9 billion no ho ye wi na fe owura Kwame PNM suggestion bi adaba na ya hwe no so
bia eno kwa na be opa me fane no hyaase ye kan no ye no o my Ghana no ye members of IMF see ye join you ya kwaji program bi agiska ana kwaji ye nyina o mutim ba be hwe enema mu because ye members ana ye ho kise so atimi ko ho na ye nka se ma ye nkwa IMF krada media madwenya me se samre no ye ni kan hwe enema bi wo fiansa esa na akiri no se be kompa ya ko but me vi se ka se kwa IMF se aka se ye ntimi mu o man no Agya obetuma hyehyade no the IMF betuma aka say recommendation be ma o say no o hwe o history kra the wire ma nyina no recommendation no ye 1 or 2 control your spending spend efficiently or increase revenue and no now person say minister of finance for and I say members of parliament o munti ase and I say me no wo ye be hu ani ayentimi ka bi kan I say teacher ya fe san ko hye IMF ase enti mu mi ndi kan so bibi hwe ansa enti en ka say IMF no we will never go there. If it becomes very, very, very necessary, remote, say why not? Yeah, members, we can also benefit. But it's the idea, the competence with which we need to run the economy, I think we have the men.
Not to the detriment of the citizens.
Why detriment? What do you try?
Maybe.
Over 4% deal levy.
Maybe. Yeah, funny say more kind.
Yes.
Our man be was share. Sometimes ye examples America,
sure.
UK ni na sefo. O man no aye hyehyeye a emati mamufo no hwenha o mokakra. E wa man aye kan wasem. Ghana nhyehyeye bia ni wo ebetu aka say o man no wo hyehyeye bia e bia ne man kakra kra bia ban de so Ghana fo asenti no ye wo betu hwenha yen ya katu asem sade ete sa na ete. Ne ma so bo so kwa ne kosoro. Enti no kakra ne ebenya no ese de to ne ma pii. Enti say ye ka say chinchina twan we na ye pese ye ya ebe wi ase no utwe mutanya na ti say ten a ahoma ne nsɛ
anya de nso ente sa anya de nso a ente ana twene tan yempe sika o my Ghana na yemeki sure say sika dodo bosia ye bo bosia ne bo aye de na manone na da bia nhyehye obi anum no yen hyase ntua bi ote o man mu enipa 30.8 million 30 na emu 2.4 million emfa se busua ne ye 31 na enipa 2.5 and hwe busua 31 when it comes to direct taxes. I just want to say maybe the minimum audio maybe let me give you an example. Me papa was 31 massive bantoma na 31 yi abusua 31 mienu pe ene tua contribution de fi abusua ne begu eni na Ghana card aba se obia mra mu bi na woso no wo de kakra wo betumi widows might onso fabra ene ede Ghana card ba yi aya na muntu a ede bo masika sema kosoro no enipa aba potential taxpayers menka se obia aba mbia na betua tax because tax no uniska sebe na unya dwuma untua bi patota se ile bi kura no se de bia se usoro na se 100 cedis a untua ile bi se 100 cedis pa na betua untua ile bi enti a free 2.4 million Ghanaians to 15.9 potential taxpayers because of national ID. Ade na ye pe kwan bi afasoja na ye bie tax net nim na obia tumi atua na so ne kakra ejabia obetua 10 cedis ebia metua 9 cedis ye nua bia wo form a no ye organizer ebia obetua 1 cedi kakra na kwachi ade efe na kwachi ade efe ye diska na ye uko America me America na me tax firm na me ye taxes amankofo small companies me yo taxes afene so a me ye man for tax returns emom so wo hwe tax abagya 100 cedis bia $100 bia benya na America obetua federal obetua state no tua local district no 40% tax bia $100 bia benya bia no okeka boma utua about $40 by ho and I say the top Mercedes Benz 2004 yemie inji suda and I'm your and I'm a hospital me need more than 10 minutes yeah me we na me ko and I say the me fasa ma accident si and BBC a helicopter to me be fawo na say woto opunu mu a wokoda na wura finu anto opunu ma wo ba na obi anwuram security is up o pesa ne ma fefefe nyina na o se wontua bi mu a wo ho
wana hwe na bi kase expenditure on the part of government so can be for instance
me de kabede ba ho
for instance
ye pesika no ye kase obi antua bi mu a no ye so na ade ba ko manage MPP for no ye nya kinche atwan ye ka che nya ban se aban ye srawo buana government expenditure anya efficient yenye priorities ni ye fa nyama ntoto na leakage se eba no eso ente na sebe ya na ye kan ya politicians aja ye kan ya politicians but I can tell you say Ghana for no dodo na obi ahu se aban ye obi unya kwanya bia na odi aban tam edi agro ana odi aban sika edi agro what to be can I say enti na aban akofa the e-ness of things e-passport e-DVLA e-this e-that the idea is that you can interact straightforward scanning na leakages no by day but
na eno no we ya I think say you try about 50% of services in nyina no you try about 50%
yes.
tax on it now make expenditure any waste in the system.
Yes, it has to be efficient.
Waste in the system, no. Auditor General Kraka say about $12 billion Ghana cedis. Says kai, a such a levy bam.
Yes.
I didn't say yen show quite fast so says can you any encourage Sikano. Aside that no, there are other sectors and name Yahudo Bia, Sikano Union, for instance, Oko maybe to say a ports ahodwa. Duty name and say no, a be a man for the fafa, baby, and I join a class PP. Na Sikana Coco Shegu. And be a beto be answer. A beto like I said tax that. So every Ghanaian, one way or the other, no, it's your tax that. It says some cocoa tax that so, automatic tax that so, be to be a tax that so, until indirectly no, it's your tax that. And this year, trust tax in every year. Says Sikana Yetiano, what exactly do we do with it as on mine? Me or my bano, between your son for so. And which is as Uncle Pabby San Sunday Becahua, Bisano say, a chokia Yehudi and Yehu.
Agya, on mine soon, and now I made them a friend of the life of entities. Me chere adeo me training school. Me friend the life of entities. Say ye ankran cry. Obra nyina so na bibisa ye company adea a chere life. O de company o ma mo ye into business akran e friend of profit or loss statement.
Yeah.
P&L. Wo de ba ankran cry e friend of personal financial statement. At the same time. Wo de ba ban mu apese otoso no bi atase ya ye budget ene ma mienu pe ne wom mienu pe eja wo life no nyina no ene ma mienu pe usika wunya ene kwa afa suspend no se usika wunya no eba na wo di broso a ada se 1 wo be se ana de ka ho ana se 2 be wo bosia na de ka ho ana se sebe brabo ni bi wo na oye de ka ho. So you live within your means or do more work and get more money. We a company now revenue expenditure is one obenya loss. And I say obi bo say waje na de kwakota kanu bi and I say ebedu we bi no be collapse. O your mind na usika enso akohomoba expenditure na so che usika na obeko euro bond and obeko local bond which is treasury bill. Okay? Say na obeye. Enti de okano ye no nyina ya adwene o man Ghana hia se oye empuntu nyuma se ya obi hospital bed nti se bed ni ho na onkowu to be catch say there's no bed konekowu there's no ambulance konekowu enye wan panye ko for na nka ba ya nka Ghana ya ambulance ko na nka 50 and then over 307 anaba de na making de okano ye jetum aban pekwa bi so agiska no na ye say to aban fo say onye nhihye ya abemma sika no eba enwunu mu ana obi di ya adwuma always ti no but what me can say na wo sa fa na nisu ko hwa auditor general report no na wo hwe no mpa bi si firi omra anu de bi abetimi aba oba bi na beba na yewu because ebi o ha obi betwe obekọ court we challenge those things enti baby biara obenya sika no bia save bia no yen ye supporto enu ntina ye nema bia abemma kronobo ni corruption any government inefficient spending no eswate no enti de woka no enya ade ye gya no ho edi nkai ye pesika ne bia ka ho say ya bosia bo so beti kakra ana say enso antimpo a yetimi aye ne man tententema ye ho atoye etosum yenu sika no ba ye hwe se enwunwun nko chenchenchen etosum yensa ekwa ya faso diska no ye hwe ni ye na se kronosem wo ma esonte so obi awie bi nso a ye nkwaje entini nyina ka enema a ye ho ana yefi se sane ma nyina moma ye time na moma ye toaso kakra ye betumi ede oman no akodum pempenso bi a se ya balance budget ni mpo a busin ebebo no abeye ketuwa bi enti de woka no enye out of place esa banso de ne yedai ehwe ho ye hwe se amafo ewiwie sika no eso beti ono anu so expenditure enye efficient ne mpe sika no so ye nya bi ne se ba ye mu ho akonta yi na de ba ko a ama America obi tua tax a won su no se so tua tax a ohu at once wa ohu unse kwa no ye hospital ye we say the back school come those things si aban so the all ye no say the na woka no ye hu di aban ye boy aban ye ne ma boy ni o school feeding almost about 2.1 million people
school feeding
yes be increasing no okay obi o ha say be we ni the bank school because we just can't tell money
yes school feeding ko mutu ya wo mo ye ko ye nti omoka
eja me say aban de ka eye che se won
na de tina aban ji sika no tumi fa kotu onipa no so
akọ de bisa aban se me ho kire me
ani tina ho kire no
aban se me ho kire me because musical so makon homabo me ko wi ase dwom se me ko bobo ne boy yeden enti mo mo me so a wo susu buoi for instance now be one of the testers what the question be by adena economy ya say adena Ghana exchange road ekoso aban eja kwa me me no na ye business me free America na aba krum ha me de misika ba show ha ba show krum ana wa ban de ni budget aba ma approve budget no ma committee level ma estimate ma approve ma appropriation which means summarizing ni na ma approve ba ku bi e se ma approve ye fa ni levy monko parliament na monko dwene ho monko si ginaye o board of directors ye fa say parliament a board of directors monko fa dwene na monche se mon hwehwe a mo se mo di tu na mo ama me a me de misika ba ha no manya ni da so enya rohye mu se misika na me de bere wo no obetua because utimi make decision tentem hwehwe a wo je no ukrumofo nyina agase na ye te parliament kontokwa sebe me a misika da ha no meje na ha
who do we blame?
Blame members of parliament, especially those who are fighting. Why? When you fight, you are telling the investor you can't make a decision. You can't make a decision, and so therefore I'm not sure about your ability to pay my money.
Until will you say parliament said your man Ghana human?
That be parliament ni o human. The person say anamontuo bia yebetuo bia say aban na etu ana parliament na etu ana man panifo na etu ana obi kwa na akogina online platform bi so obeye ku tieniye some kekane opposition argument ne entokwa sabe sani mani nyina no a part of the information na it informs the investor world e kasa kire obi odin sika beto ha if you can't make a decision and you are fighting, I won't leave my money here. America is getting better. If you can't make a decision and somebody is sitting on the radio and say, I'll do a coup, you pay for it. That information informs who leaves their money here or not, because don't forget, businesses and investment goes to countries where there are peace and stability. And Ghana, you have won it for a long time. But in some kika, and nay, sabe, and to call parliament indecision on e-levy.
Now before
I will be confidence in the economy goes down. If my confidence goes down, I'm taking my money away.
Before you levy buy, you know, near something say. Say that that form sir. Say you can say you levy in quality and best customer confirm. I know say to me cause I know
Mr. Lutubi boss. I don't book it for yata. Thank you once again. Minya kwanya nene ko London on Eurobond. That time I think 2019 and 2018. Na Ghana per $3 billion. Na ye koka ye market Ghana wie ye ko ye bibia wie mo free New York na me share mo London. Ye bibia wie omo de amanfo ye say offer omo de omo subscription buy. Na that time I remember amanfo pay say omo to Ghana bond. Demand no office ne basa up to 21 billion. Intina demand has exceeded supply. Yeah, petre parliament amaye akwanya se nkwaje 3 billion pe na man for 21 nti basa na utimi negotiate ma sika no kofom che negotiate TB 7 year 15 year 30 year what I say na aboni nyina no they were lower than NDC's time bia omu nya lower but na kebetimi nya ba ku bi pa lower pa see ye prayer ye nya na e call coffee ho ye konom coffee and one of the brony catch him say, you know, this guy, you guys could have gotten this cheaper. Come back to me away for fufu. Nimum. And somewhere you tell Ghana no, the hunka crabba. Until I'm more interest rate na day. Akosro. The person I'm say from that experience no, me who say and some keka ending na so sabe. Minyanum panim for more ayi. Minyanum more parliament. Sometimes see me who consensus and who say after election is governance. See, a toba we aja. A toba we are. Akase a to amamuo. Amamuo so de say MPPO NDCO. SK hubom.
Muni munisa.
Aja, ye nim nisa.
Na fa de na monye.
En kan say no. Ye no mu number no eben. enti twene tan a do bi mo twene tan no
mo so mo crofo ni bia parliament ni ye nsam kan no me na me pe bibia firi wo nchen ese me daada ho e kasade e de ese me de ba ba me a me gya de refi uche no me mo me popo mani kire wa e be de na wo a wo de ade be ma me no wo be gya mu so de ma me
agya ne kura nyame anim ese afanu no nyina ye no mu kasa sebe producer after election no eto amamuo wona why say aban ma approve budget yakohwe mu committee level ya approve yakeka nyina abom consolidated consolidate bill no appropriation bill no yakeka nyina ya dai abom ya approve afedie enam say yi lebi ye new nti no osade eno so nko akọ separate na no so nya nyina so kakra ande wo se otwe kunya na film na ase o ma menye no bi nya nchara obi ni sika akọ
na o ma menye se ebia ono so hu se ade e be affect enye ebia mo panifo ma panifo no nsem kan ebi ena ma inform say o so be take that decision say bia say man pena be dey check say we shouldn't tax mumu users enyo nye eyi a eso bi so betumi agina so akase say ma yen tax mumu users adentina say nti eno nti na bi no mo kura akase man pena be dey chire ekwasa ye no E11 no wan shada anka ho asem say dey say osika no no esan say oka na so no abone na ntuo
ma men kan say ma konchiro o man panyina be dey chire Dr. Alhaji Bawumia I salute you. Dr. Alhaji Bawumia has been very, very consistent over a long time. Just that sometimes na okasa na inu no position no na omu aye omu ho ewo so. That's the problem. Sadi we dey way. Obo mu tuo. Ameka sem tro. Wase ma mon taxi e-levy. Momo. Because ehia fo to make us ehun say ehia for dodo ana ewo and I cry believe in financial inclusion so obia betimi abie bank account nti oba yire visua ana we de mamu ye adwuma ete say de wo ye bank account to be can say wallet ne kan ewo ho na mra o kan sa no and na my ye ya adwuma say ye be tax mamu because and na Ghana say kasam nyina akodi e transactions nti abana nko hobia onya sika mfa mu oban no enti ba se ye call no na o sa twe ho madwen so se enam se sebe ehiafo wo mti no momyem pe bracket bi na ye exempt enti bosome no wa obeye e-levy 3000 cedis tiniye bosome uye e-levy 3000 cedis now you know 100 cedis a day tua bi ahia for de no hello ejatem yo
bitio
enti sasam no ene hwehweye no ene exemption na afiri mu baaye no eye consistent with national okaye eye very very consistent onka bibia ebobra na se me mpanifu akato se utamfo esa wasa na ochim nipa enti no oka se yenye bibi say yamfa ana ma ye this exemption no be mu no enti ohia ni sebe 3000 a month da bia me 100 untua bi onka ho
ochem ye hwe bibi unemployment adwuma man panika se mu kan se o ma ye factories bibre e Ghana akwa recently mpo gabi ochida ko ekokan se wo hwe o man abakose mu a aban bia enya mfirinyuma enchen ye man pani na nadodan kwakufu ado Almighty Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Krantumi anya bibia tisa.
Of course.
No, of course, in the way.
Oh, of course. Truly speaking, Mampanya Kufado, you know, he's broken the record. A lot of them. A lot.
It's Yamra factories in Frinuma.
A lot. I think the number is 100 and something.
And no, a bind and as individuals be dear my yen and Modima Batana. Yeah, Kasa bind.
Yeah, Jacob, we know question. I'm an Yajuno. What to me with a question with a form for you. Say, okay, one district, one factory, unim policy no. I sit here. The MPP government believes in private sector driven development. You believe we say, we share my tutum pombe na dudu na ye private sector na deba. Now the government is only a facilitator. Abane bua emanaba. Timete parliament. Say 1D 1F4 secretariat no mu diaba. Ya ye ho adwuma no mu diaba. Ni nyina no e free private sector na eba. E ban tuma na we because me could din komo bi wo new plan okatete new plan na hihye base wo ho me ne mu could din komo but manya kwai fufi antumi nche me firo manya kwai amfa nko 1D 1F nka be ye cash wo new plan ho
na de na ban ye
aban say sa policy no the initiative no has to come from a private sector.
How?
The reason is that in most cases se kasa aban dia in most cases enye ni nyina in most cases se kasa aban dia akasa sebe bayifo ade me na kodwa abo agyan kopom fa ne crazy atwoma boko na o kana sem say bayifo pa de oniwura anka bayifo owura anka babunkofo bebebe wa ha uni ni te o kansa obi akogina patahye ba anom nansa obi akobo tutu sebe akofa na yare aba na wo bafie be kasa bayifo na ye no hwana ye wo wana ye wo ho Ghana MPP se bie adwuma ne kasa aban dia obi fi se oya ma obi aban ni wura na se ade wura fie ho se aban ya me no mienu enti aban nyu bebrebe no amanfo sebe dodo na anya obi a awia time awia sika ekoto ade a ye digitaku a wode je aban sempoa enti so be se ade ni nyina de a sika kakra odo kakra private sector kakra aban ho kakra ene fa no PPP
eti sa PPP ya
enti parliament dey or me kabia bobi at because we platform no so aban say okay Jacob na person okoye aja o kakra de besum o ba so o management is good ene fa proposal bra o pesi onya say oh you hear 1000 aja se menya 200 o say okay ene mebo amanya 800 no na si wonu kra ya 23 no e be ma 10% 10 aja what did you say we are young boy what did 35 years and you what did 35 years here 5 years unto tax hello na babia wokoye adwuma no aja babia koye no electricity wo ha na wasi da bi oh and mama esi bia ba ho hello government is the enabler government is facilitating subsidies tax holidays so what the nyama kura machine free abrochire ba no a waive tax na mam because say okoye 1D 1F na onye de bim so okasa onu akoye onu nko a ada se obi ko akohyem no aye ne basa enti se private sector mo be dim bidia
ani o mahwe ni ye
e behwe ni ye
ye behwe ni ye yemfa se won kasa aban akreti aye factories bebre ama yenum se factories bebre wo hodada aban ade no akobata ho se
ana se ono so de ho be bata
aban
through 1D 1F
1D 1F fine sa companies no e wadwuma e for dada ansana sa aban de ko bata you so no do bata be every bata be bata e no wa bata wo
which is good
adwuma e for do sen e na sa enwumaku yi efa isa so ka say aban aye factories chain aban bia wo man abako sen mu a and now in promise so to say hwi
o ba say doso pa saka na 25 million na coming from person kwani ti chakara nipa doso but abaye it's a fact it's there you can read you can see it
fact ben aban akwa ya atumi an plan nipa be 200 300 at a go I Ghana as we speak
maybe free parliament no one of the debates I'm here na you could have almost 10 or so of the 1D 1F application finance committee here ho adwuma wie na mekeka anwuma no bi bom me hu direct jobs and indirect jobs it was quite huge that's one me amfa numbers number but me ka sem kiro me amfa ye ni ayi nua panyini company o kasa preko wo tanaso se me ka ni yi pa na me kai kakra o se na o mu factory ni bi wa ha wo enkran me se enkran e wo nambo na o ko bie bi okumase mamu
yeah
na o no be bon 1D 1F na aban so boa ama no mfidie no ho tax waiver ne ne kakra betumi aboa no ma dey I think some remember say oye wi na direct and indirect employment no 1800 eja this 1800 2000 ne inya ene kekeboma ama aban timi ka de o kan say e de sa ne manaba na me fi say obebu ya say oh aden na aban an sha say from scratch ena na me fi say obebu sa but and also there eja you fan say ye ko ye krum betenko na factory bi wo ho kofom yeso pese ekwa fufuro na se enya nkofo a ombedi anim o so mo diska beba ba him na aban meboa na enya 1D1 efa yekohye fufuro ase. You leverage what exists. You don't reinvent the wheel.
What exists I can ho asemi. For instance, yanko automobile industry no.
Sure.
Say aban ama say Nissan ni we no aba and omo here assembly.
It's so beautiful.
Ghana ha your new plan na wa kan ho asemi.
Yes.
Akra ha ye bi wo ha, Kumasi bi wo ho.
Yes.
Na ye cars.
Yes.
Buses ya na ye.
Yes.
Ene factories ni egu. Ye kra you turn buses.
Edentia.
Ade ba Ghana.
Edentia.
Ade bi na me mahu. Ade ntina. O ma pede de je kufa ba abre so. Se na ye buses wo Ghana.
Okay, me too.
Ade ntina se ye ye mini pass ye pese ye bi adwuma ma Ghana fo nya bi ya. Se bi se bi ye kokope a yemfa bisia no enkonko wura ho ema ye beko akra de ni wonkodi nkomo omo se ye cars ni ebetumi ayewu na mu aka de no ade na ban concentrate wo ho say okay and me fa me hunko hye we mo state owned something a ye de adwene beko me ye cars more wo ho e de ma Ghana Ghana made cars a ado beboa me nya adwuma e chen say kwese broni de ne de beba ono de ni sika ebe yi no oba no so wi a sika no san vanko
yeah. I mean, kasam chiro. Edin kai, di nti aban di enta gunu se. Obi hu aban se aban ye obi. Nti aban di yenhwe ni ye. Na aban di agu. Na mmom se private sector wo ma. O hwese ne ma be koye. Na obu akonta wi a o de aban di ye wo ma ye dai ama no. Ene ba kon ti ni ye. O se adan na aban moa sa nwuma no mom. Na o ma broni di aba. Na ye call China. 13 members of parliament yako China no 2 weeks ekusua sebe China nyansa emra ewiase nyina 40 years ago se bobo a top 40 na top 50 na China da 42 na within 40 years China timi pagya no ho aba top 2 a wo ma na kunya kakra bi a one shot baby to America. Utie, ikusuya sabe China fo nyansa. Na wei ana omudie call factory ba kubi. Na omuchire ade one day e wo dem a omudie akọ abontin me kọhwe ne ma omuchire no 2 days. Na babia me call e unma de me hu ye. De me hu ya no say China fo nka omu story ni nyina nkyere. Eja. Omutimi trace from 1916 eka emra company chassie na chassie no unim sika de na wum say German engineering ana pa ko huru nkofu ntetie bi sebe a China fo ana omu chi omu ana omu kire omu niema ana omu kire omu niema no omu huru ye omu sua ye ebe kan omu abrabo ho ana eneja Germany ene hobium ana omwa ekriti omuniema de na meka de omampanya kufado e de ahyase a oma Volvo oma Nissan Toyota ane wo maka nyina no ka no ye behihye wa ha import duty no e be free ho cheni yo import duty me free ho na ye hihye o Ghana ha no e fo na hihye Ghana fo mrante ene mabawa ene hihye ebedu baabi no na omanya sa technology transfer no sa nyansa no ene skills no omunya wi am say esa tayi kura ye to tayi wa ha omunya wi am say bia ye we wa ha enti aden na ne ye ma obinya boat obinya knot obinya car no wheel cap obinya steer enti the beginning of big ideas, big plan. And abano deba. Enti 1D1F no, it is meant to change the fundamental structure of the Ghanaian economy. Ti shall say free baby. Ne nya technology ne hunya nsa no. Ne de ko enum. Ene sebe tete no ja kabra minimum ye ha say isu kra no. Na glass house kra ne hu bi. Glass ne luvers ne ye. Na boys wo munim ye. Ene wo ma na ye. Wo be say isi kama a local bond nice. Technology transfer. Enti ene de ye hihye. Ekaka no bom. Echina ye be ye bibia ye de ye ka no. because you have that. Say the China for shots here many years ago with the Germans, and today they are champions of the world. Chinese, they can manufacture almost everything. Sana ye share the asenka kra. Abema ya konya ama yesusu yenya sa nimdie no. Na ye de gyan na so. Nti na sa de wom no.
Okay.
To be honest with you, waye adwuma pa.
Medase asante mensa se Agya Kwabena ochema boaje tell ochema boaje. And another told Ghanaians to tie their belt.
Yes.
But Mampeni issue luxury flight. It took $18 per hour. As I say, Kenyan can be to neighbor for until entitled belt. And I'm Mampeni yes, I nya a hajuni and one melting canes no diffi by UK. Asante mensa. Aha. And I feel Patrick Branson was a good morning, Agya. I also mean country who says blame now shifting of blames, stop and give solution.
No.
Ghana economy is sinking under MPP's watch.
No, there's no doubt, sir. If we are seeing go through difficulties, we are not blaming MPs. No, we have taken responsibility. President Akufo-Addo, I think said the first state of the nation. I was not elected to come and complain. I was elected to fix the problems.
Okay.
But the entire now trying to say, yeah, no money to treat. Yeah, now, Omufi said, Ghana for we have short memories. Until some of us we are here to remind them. Be a free bar.
Okay.
It is not said you blame and now we are solving the problem.
Solving the problem.
Almost fix the country. We are fixing.
Medase, ochema boaje medase. Yes, aka same jamfin so wo fie ha nti we de yo simabe aduonu yo abonu ndo upon sima aduonu 9 ye wo simabe ye aduasa enum e wo fie ha ye bedi nkomo na fie same akwaba.
Minu ya mejo so.
We de say why late?
Maybe me late. Hey, is that what your producer told you? On the Yanshishi Muno. There was a honorable Richie the champion.
The champion is over.
And the BC at 9. Or Japan is so beba. But Mr. Meko baby fufro. To me, Poyana producer Boma Mania said, Honorable Richie the champion, your emergency being to went to me. Teacher said, Honorable Chem Abuaja for Brunya Warrior Kokwama. It's a time meaning I never seen food to our tone.
Anya sam ketwa.
Enye food.
Otofu na
Majina NDC and Muna me the chopper ama ahwefo na atifo say bibinti yentumi amedru hantem na ma discussion no aye 1 week akra.
Ya da sipa so say wachirichiri mu. Ama say yentumi hu.
Nam say no kra ba ko peso ntino. Emfa ho ne de honorable adi kankan ene mraka. Kakra na won ye be kire no kra ni mama atifo nyina ya.
Okay. Enti ma panya be de kire se mo kan yakasa bebre.
We dey all our time sir. It's ben
ya yakasa yakasa
ma me fiti ase na me nka ho ase.
Minu ya di nkomo bebre.
Minu ya woni bibi. Ye de ye tie ba bi o. Eno ma pini ya be di kire ba womia. Say obeye economic lecture. Nti ne nsemo a wode akoto dwa. Ene ne mo de abeto pono so a e bobo ho. On say ahokyere a e wo Ghana e wo hodada but na nse ya mu start say ye den no dollar te praga petrol bo okosoro bibia bo ekosoro bi ebre no de na Ghana fo nyere da wano a wo bisa ne senti o mampenya be de akire a ono na o ma sika sem nyina hye ne nsa head of the economic management team you Alhaji Bawumia o he a yenti nanum kasa yenti ekwan a one na pamfo e fa so se how ne ahokyere Ghana fo wo mu no ye benya no pumasibre yakabia afeina abrewa yipo ma okwamu a the vice president afi kusibon no odwane ko hye mu ni mu aba na nsemo a okogina Pentecost Convention Center 2 days ago kan ne de agya se otena ba bia na otene no eyedin a enkeye wakasa kwa because waka ensemo a sebio no kura bi anim atoro ne nada nsem afa Ghana sika semo asa wo ye Ghana ni na wutie sa nsem na upu hu se ubisa ho se papa yi eje obu Ghana fo ne ya o manfo wa ho kire mu a wo be show tema na waje umfunso a wo ye ya amanaba ne sa atu na wa kire de aban no ye e de asolve problem no na ma nipa timi enya ni da so wo ba ya wo se aho kire na ye wo mu no e ye better chain 2016 de That is an insult to our intelligence. Now, baby, I'm starting because I never near Dr. Bawomi and I send you on page 3 of his speech, which was that also see a economy, any woto. Page 3, or say essentially the economy is what we feel in our pockets. And ne kasa oka ni nyina be wie say is economy ni better. Nti chese o person chese na ye botom better than say na sit here in 2016. Nti yen starting free botom because economy ni nyina no. Minu ya wo be kai say John Mahama be free akonwa so. Na petrol ni diesel. Me start here free because petrol ni diesel ye ade a ne bo okosoro a e ka bibiara wodwem because ade bi e wodwa so bia na ye de faka eja kwamna sa wote ase. Eti John Mahama efiri akonwa so na petrol ni diesel eye 16 Ghana cedis per gallon. Samre no na MPP for dia dokodoko sem ne na dansem ba be ka say Ghana for ya ye mobododo ya ye mobo kra dodo ye tisika so so e kom ye den e de share bo so mo ba no baba beti petrol ni so ansa ene sa petrol gallon na ye 16 Ghana cedis no a drew 45 Ghana cedis. Into more abano, almost 30 Ghana cedis. E bin si Ghana abakose muda. Oka almost say Russia ni Ukraine to kwa. Oboboa. Because Russia ni Ukraine to kwa. Na anu ade ya na efiti ase 24 February 2022. Afa na ntokwa na di boso me ba ko na watwe mienu. But ansa na ntokwa ne be fiti ase no eja. Na petrol ni diesel gallon e free 16 Ghana cedis as of December 2016 amahama e free akonwa so. Aba be do 33 Ghana cedis. Oye percentage increase na more than 100%. This is what the 17 cedis na to so. But Professor Mills ne mahama e free President Kofo sem 5 Ghana e dey be 16. Let's just say in 18 years or more than 11 cedis na aka ho. Wo the 5 years. But so me miensa e dey 30 Ghana cedis na aka ho. And even before Ntokwa will be 50 years here, now the 17 na aka ho more than 100% increase. It won't mean for petrol to mu believe no enkonko Russia and Ukraine tokwa. And on cha enanche no abro a yedua ne wo ye mamu ha. Bag ba ko ye ne mahamate. Ba wo mi ase ye hwe ebotomu o ne yemfan discuss economy no. Nti na me ya analysis we. Mahama abreso 2016 na abro bag kese no. Eye 170 Ghana cedis. And the same abro bag, baby 600 cedis, baby 620, baby 650. Ita kwa mna wuni mudi ogire kudyo. Abro so yan crime free Ukraine and Russia.
But the car nefa.
Na car na ye de fa petrol bu aye de no. Wana amana basa.
Ntokwa.
Me pacho mame nkas masa meba. Kokonte aye ye ni okrom hei la pewa boys abibi ni ombotom de hwe omo halfa. Na bag eye 200 Ghana cedis and kokonte bag atwam 600 Ghana. Minka se nyema bo okosoro nti no aban ne nyaade o because nyema bo de wo ye de ya inflation wo hoi de nyema bo be kosoro. Aduane bo okra de aduane bu a etimi ba fom. Aduane ho ye na aduane ye den ekosoro. Mini azot ma se eti nka ne ya anom se o ma ya planting for food and jobs aduane abui. Ka ye hwe anim se aduane bo be kosoro fom. E se bro konkonte ko ya de na ye banche be boa. Ti banche yemfa fertilizer ni dua. And na banche so yen kan free Ukraine and Russia. Hwe ya konkonte du. Gare se de banche na ye. Olo ka free 5 Ghana do 12 Ghana from 2016 to now. Ensure sachet water bag no. Na ye 1 cedi 50 pesos 2016 and na ye 8 Ghana cedis ensure yen kra. Sa sachet water na ye ne Ghana ha.
Na rubber na.
Rubber na wo se ye kra na wo se ne bo ye kra free Russia and Ukraine na. Eti se wo na wa ma dollar akosoro ene na ma nyema ye krama o ma ani mu bu akosoro a ye wo ma mu bo ni ntia because dollar management no ba wo miansa ne hye ene ono so ne ka kire se wa che dollar de na hye prison de won safo ma IGP na se wo manage wo economy yi a dollar ne be ye den e be expose wo ja won kai tie ne dollar expose a wo se ye credit bi free ma ani mu na jo ma time de na ye nkra nyema magana na sa nyema ni nyina so no ye kra tama na insu sachet rubber na ye 1 cedi 50 pesos no pack of sachet water na ye 1 cedi 50 pesos na rubber no na ye ne Ghana sa no so ne ye kra ade na war time idea went me answer dollar mu a saa nyeme ne nyina boa yeden emo a ye friend Millicent and na Ghana for mu di ni nan sen pa 5 kilos 2016 year ton 12 Ghana and 52 Ghana hwentumu no ntumu beba o but in pompon so ntumu ni beba from 12 cedis to 52 cedis almost 500% increase sika e ba aban adwuma yefo ensam akosoro even 100% even 50%. Emo ye friend Gino and also ye deeper 1 kilo near 5 Ghana and 18 Ghana about 300% increase. Close to 400% improve. It is a woman for who chire won say. Na omanpenya be de chira wo we sika sem so. Brana be kasa. Wo say oh mo ho chire mo de me gitum say mo ho chire mo but I ho chire we na ye chen 2016. They really Ubu Ghana for so wo horo mo nim kosoro ana. Why na because a petrol gallon 45 Ghana cedis a better change 16 Ghana. Why na because a dollar na 3 cedis 80 pesos no and now 4 cedis no and no you can say mumu die ya and say twa mu 8 Ghana cedis is about 7 cedis 80 pesos no mumu die better than 4 cedis and now petrol gallon 45 no better than 16 cedis. It doesn't make sense. It is as no kan any nkontompo ebiem saa person hu nyema bo pompon so ekosora ene ye be economics kakra ye wo ade bia ye fa no inflation rate na say inflation rate wutie Dr. Bawumia speech na or the analysis say average inflation rate enyema bo akosoro kra MPP bia ne ye na NDC time no pompon so enyema ekosoro no na ye ntentem eso enya no kro but ye wo mu a wo ye ya eni say economist bia ye ne say inflation rate for 2016 and inflation rate for enye because inflation rate nyama big one ye kekabom your friend consumer price index near the calculating John Mahama time inflation rate na ye churning it out in the base year no 2012 based on 2012 base year CPI na near the calculating and at 2018 Ghana Statistical Service SSA kwanya ye fa so calculate inflation basket no mo ye ne kese de nyema bebrebe ka ho and a Ghana Statistical Service, or come website, and the Omaka no one printing. Almost say the rebase CPI, base year 2018, is not comparable to the old CPI series. Just say inflation, Mahama inflation, and your Kufuor inflation, you can't compare. So why did an economist like Bawumia do that comparison? Now the comparison limpo yebeya. John Mahama efra konyaso inflation is 15.4%. Busi onima mambu. And nay inflation rebase no e 15.7. Eduane bo na ma enyema bo no kwakoso kese food inflation is 17.4%. It will compare kwa what dey worse. How can the Bawumia say better? Now in any case, any Dr. Bawumia no wo position o ka kire yen say Ghana Statistical Service inflation figures are na President Mahama so mo dey aba. Na e kire say Ghana inflation aba single digit. Na tena single digit for afemiensa 33 months, almost 3 years. Dr. Bawumia say, and translate to Ghana for Butum. John Mahama single digit inflation for 33 months and translate to Butum. Oh, double digit inflation, 15.7. No, and what the fried rice ni trophy. And I say, a bankuni okristi. I let the translate it away Butum. Now, what is Anyama Bono to say? You must send a Ghana memoir in Mabu. So we compare Bawumia speech in 129 page. Say me ko tie de owura ikafa adwuma ho. Say won po de ko benya ti mabia magana mamu ane mabawa mutifie mu ni adwuma. Dr. Bawumia make asa me ntia. O say oh na ban na ya de. Na John Mahama abreso no. Average unemployment na is 6.29%. And omo ate so they about 4.37%. It man to nyomo hwe no. Asem we atrone na dancing. Because you know, this is what he said. As shown in figure 16, the robust growth in GDP has led to a decline in total unemployment. Based on World Bank data, the average unemployment rate in Ghana between 2014 to 16. 2014, 1 year. 2015, 2 years. 2016, 3 years. The 2014 to 2016, Mahama record, no Mahama, John Bawumia for 3. Or the average unemployment rate in Ghana between 2014 to 2016, which stood at 6.29%, declined to an average of 4.37% between 2017 to 2020. 2017 1 year, 2018 2 years, 2019 3 years, 2020 4 years. What's the action? Yakasa no credit bawomia who compares 3-year unemployment rate average with 4 years unemployment average. And this is power 8 years. So if you want to compare 4 years, 4 year. Why do you use Mahama 2014, 2016? Now what about the use to 2017, 2020? I just will be on your trophy that for the yes, sir.
It's not true.
It's a cow.
I
was 3 years.
Baby, who we 3 years, sir? 2014, 2016, what for 2017, 2019?
Okay.
What was 4 years, sir? What for 2017, 2020? No, what for Mahama? So 2013, 2016, I need a try economics class.
Average doesn't.
Average must be based.
It doesn't help.
How can you compare 3 year statistical averages with 4 years? Who does that? Please, what Kasabe 2 hours? There's
memo kwai.
2 hours and so let me speak. Cherry picking. Because you know why? Oka unemployment rate or so mateso. Or the figures about Bachelor and Juma Bagana, Chema Hama Broswa, 2017, 2020. Mazafe Ben, you 2022. In the 2021 last year unemployment rate way. Mahama Efra Kunyaso any unemployment rate 2016 na 5.4%. Jodija ba Wumiani o mampenye Kufuado no. And the unemployment rate saying. And you make about Minister for Employment 13.44% 2021 unemployment rate. ABC, it is the highest in our recent history. Tino, Ignatius Bafowa, the title is National Unemployment Rate stands as 13.44%. Employment Minister. Also, Ignatius Bafowa, Minister of Employment and Labor Relations, says the Ghana Living Standard Survey round 7 estimated the national unemployment rate to be 8.4% in 2019. Now covered by 12 March 2020. And so 2019 now unemployment rate is 8.4. About 2016 now 5.4. Now just say nipa na nya eduma nya before COVID no na akosoro. Enye COVID na aba be say eduma bia. Obi sort eja sort the metro na say. These are facts.
No, I can't.
2019 na COVID ni unemployment minister na say 8.4. But Mahama 2016 na 5.4. So before COVID now unemployment akosoro. That is the point I'm making. From 5.4 to 8.4. 3% increase. And at 2021 ye, Minister for Employment are buying way minister. He said the 2021 population census put the labor force, which was the economically active population of 15 years and older, at a little about 15.5 million. Adding that, out of the figure, 9.9 million were employed and 1.5 million unemployed. This puts the unemployment rate at 13.44% for 2021. Emra Dr. Bawumia Kwakasano, Nane, Minister for Employment, the figure we have. Adana Oka Ghana Juma Sem, the most important issuer, here Ghana Meboane Mabawa, where you 2021 figure free because of a sort that down. The man is a pathetic liar.
2021 30.44%.
Yes.
Labor minister na ekan.
Yes.
They say on my record that.
Yes. Ghana statistical service figures no.
And Dr. Bawumia also can say Hamed one kind no.
Ono no kofa World Bank 2017 to 2020. And the World Bank for also what 2021 figure for unemployment. On World Bank they just use Ghana statistical service data. And then when you use 2021 and on the latest year. Now, we use 2017 to 2020, 4 years. You have 2020, you need 2022, 2021, and then I would see. Now, what the 4 years? I compare Mahama 3 years. No crane in the room. And now, yet your memoir. Napco for a year, you must 6 months, you into your health insurance service providers of hospitals are good because almost 1 year ni abai went to your wonka. Abai health insurance tour. More than 1.2 billion cedis. They were released more 120 million. Sikana na president they rent private jet no. ɛne national service for alawa ɛnya aban we ya nka menim kwa sɛ national service for ɔma allowance ɛnya katua o allowance 550 Ghana etimi kambu so memiensa
oh but wanya national service
mobro sika normally wo fiti ase an kam
national service
yeah after president Mahama beso e be yi sa de ni firi wo me ye national service boso mi bia na me saka misika 3 months won't be ntua mobro wo sika leap okay livelihood empowerment I can say alleviation program President Kofo de buy. Mobro wafo aye mo 50 Ghana, 100 Ghana no, 30 Ghana no. 6 months ni aban wentua. Aban dia contractor for ka 8 billion cedis ni achiri. Aban the new syllabus akoy basic schools from KGP1 kwesi JSS ya mofre wo ho. Wa mo new syllabus a cheche for the trauma de.
Oh yeah.
Textbooks to crack cheche for the trauma de 3 years ni aban to be into textbooks. Mahama Abreso SHS for the more free textbooks in elective subjects. Aban we wa betwam. Economy we atete apansam we ba womia. Wo hwe Ghana for anim say ene Ghana for ho to mo chen 2016. Do you respect them yes?
Yes.
Na de ya wa asem ni mu nyina ne say. E says say mo be je mo fo so atum say amamo bone sikadie basa e na say Ghana economy no. Omo so omo so we COVID-19 bi na ba ye. And a Ghana economy say.
Then you no correct.
I have rude rather say yantro. Na me true yinti yantro. COVID e Ghana 12th of March 2020 meboa. 2019. Na Ghana economy you see you know a depreciate 12.9%. Ma even the facts. E wo ba wo me speech ni. 2016 ma me free akonya so. Na see depreciating 9.6%. 2017 na yenya 2 oil fields Mahama investment ti yenya 2 oil fields enti oil la ye krako 2 oil fields aka jubilee ne ho enti se yenya 10 sankofa ba beka ho enti se Ghana yenya oil close to 200,000 barrels a day whereas under President Mahama na ye 1 oil field no na yenya be 70,000 barrels enti oil la ye krako ama no ne ko nya dollars no e se adoso enti cedi no enya woden 4.7% penny depreciate. Mahama 9.6 2016, 2017 4.7, 2018 COVID the May. See the need depreciate 8.4. Some no na buy we abet na konya so a afi de omu policies akiki in 8.4%. And 2019 before COVID, see the need depreciate 12.9%, double digit, almost 13%. Depreciation of the city. E da wa na wutie me.
Mitie.
Enunti na 2019 aban we ete committee ene kita me hano. So we investigated the entire city e depreciate.
Of course.
Government inaugurates committee to investigate depreciation of city. Na frankly kujo mu nyina ka. Say okay. E year 2019. The story is dated January 17, 2020. Na COVID the ma Ghana. Until before COVID na we see kana say. COVID ne kwa ne ma Ghana sikenya ahoden. Because we take committee we so be investigated the entire see the need depreciate no. Now also see the need depreciate 8.4 2018, 12.9 2019. E dey ka 2020 dey na be yekese. E na COVID bae. We are say dwadie nyina asai. E dey Ghana for almost say sika ko dollar ko kwan so ko fa nyema na omo nya sa biem. E dey demand for dollar ye den e jakwam na abafom. E dey 2020 a COVID bae no. See the depreciate 3.8%. The lowest depreciation among we record. Because of COVID in T, see the ninya holding against the dollar. And at 2021, COVID-19, see the depreciating 4.1. It book COVID is your savior relative to the exchange rate. Because before COVID, you were doing depreciation of 8.4% in 2018 and 12.9% in 2019. COVID brought it down to 3.8 in 2020 and 4.1 in 2021. Yet also COVID nama we see can say. Dr. Bawumia has 7 reasons in this speech why the city is depreciating. And on page 69 to page 72. Reasons no baku kure ni we for COVID-19. O se the entire isi kasema say investors ni GDA. Say revenue aban we so obenya na fi we no. Obo benya. And na Fitch, Moody's, o ma downgrade Ghana, the economy ni say economy na pratete. Ghana bako semu, o mun downgrade B- and CAA1. Sa grade no ye the ma kra o manya wa bon pa in economics and o mama CA1 enu ti na afi we aban we ntumi nko amansan bia so nkoje bosia no
sir.
Yes, they can't go to the capital bond market to borrow, but you can't go to and borrow because Fitch say a car minimum. And Mrana John Mahama, I don't go at all force more to for say more Bob Bosia Tramonum do consumption. Monte Bosiana Sonaka crab more more for Japadi and went see it. A car minute Ghana. John Mahama Ojaoka 120 billion for me chroma time be seen abreso. Who the Ghana can do 400 billion a Japamana, who the 280 billion a car. John Mahama Kona Ghana yeka husi ho ene yeka was here to your debt service na 14 billion ene 46 billion almost 50 billion enti yajeje yesika nyina na edi tuaka ene investors who say hey baby abawomi ani akufo ado asa Ghana sika aduru no yentu ye hofo a yesika behye enti ye na omo de omusika ba Ghana ni nyina na mre so a omo ye 91 day treasury bill ana 182 days na so a o say me nya invest Ghana bi no wa yi ni sika akọ o yi ni sika akọ so beto dollar utie bi because your investment in cedi or $1 na the pressure about cedi so and I was so what say we sika say because of Bosnia bond sika di enti no untumi ko dollar Bosnia on the bond market and from a support to cedi no it has got nothing to do with covid cry na aboa na covid-19 asem wa ye kan ye jakwa na tie ni yo Ghana ni bia wo hwe mi bia me pese o tie ase se nye covid-19 na Ghana sika asem wa say eye Bosnia bo bebre ni sika die basa aban we kura no omo de covid cancer you know why COVID-19 ti sikankwa ababan we nsem $6 billion 36 billion Ghana cedis aban bia ni wa for me nkroma time be si Mahama time yi omanya se sika no IMF wa ma $2 billion at an exchange rate of 6 Ghana cedis 12 billion cedis no aban we yakọ Bank of Ghana ama Bank of Ghana twa sika ma omo so mo fa mo covid ho bra 20 billion cedis. World Bank actually almost $600 million almost this year. It took the World Bank director to point that out.
I think the
European Bank almost 83 million euros, equivalent to $100 million. AFD from Musika.
No.
36 billion. But Sika saying na buy way are spending because of COVID. Omanpenye Kufuado na senior State of the Nation address or answer our question. Me person who dintia ye ka MPP for dia tro muntie no. Was it in all? Data from the Ministry of Finance tells us that an amount of 17.7 billion has been spent in containing the pandemic since 2020. And Yakufuado say COVID expenditure is saying 17.7. But Munti Alaji Baumia. Sika say na mas spending on COVID-19 now, mo say no na say Ghana sika 8.1 billion. But enti Baumia eni Yakufuado wan e ka no kre. Now the yemfa kese ni po 17.7 billion. The omo kan nyina atoro. And that is why ntia yesi yenhwehwe COVID. Sika na omo yusu ni mu a omo suro no. Because omo mi say eto beda wo se omo di sika no. O guys the COVID sika no omo say omo de no adokono ene emo a enam na so mu ni kosua. Emma nipa kakra bi wo kasoa kumase ne nkan. During na wotwe miensa pa ye partial lockdown. Eno nko anwoka 55 million Ghana cedis. Equivalent to 550 billion. I say can be an almost say almost the support secondary schools. Veronica Bucket, miensa per secondary school. Hand sanitizer crabia konko ketwa baako. Face mask mienu e ho ka yesen a almost 600 million Ghana cedis. Ghana sika 6 trillion. On say ne omumu ho akonta no ba wo mia figure nko 8.1 billion. Akufuado figure nko 17.7 billion in less than 2 weeks omumu enu akasa. Now they have 17.7 billion input. And final argument. COVID amount 36 billion. Abai bienya says can be to manage a crisis. On top of that, 3 oil fields. Now the 17.7 billion po now spending on COVID. And 619 billion now cannot the idea. What the COVID in cancer. Aja, me say, o ma disikani na. And on na beto about 2020 omo ye momu e dem omo party for no because they wanted to win elections at all costs. Na enye sa COVID e wiase nyina yare enu nti ye friend of pandemic e ja kwam na meboa. Nigeria COVID anko. Me bisaw man ko bon nye de. Nigeria COVID anko.
Yako ba bia.
Burkina, Togo COVID anko. Tie me. Ghana Mamesati Cote d'Ivoire COVID core 2020 omu grow 1.9%. That is almost 2% Cote d'Ivoire. Senegal omo economy grow 1.5%. Benin 2020 with COVID, omo economy grow 3.8%. Burkina Faso economy grow 1.93%. Guinea economy grow 7% 2020 with COVID. Ghana economy grow 0.4%. Yenkwa ndi nya COVID on. Budget deficit and na chere aban bia no ni suni ne ban ebe sikedie. Because on say ubu omanya eni sika eba wunsem no. Eni de wudi no, eni se de wudi no bro de eba wunsem no sododo. Se de eba wunsem no uko disika de bro so bebre a. Eno na amount deficit here de ekosoro. Now Côte d'Ivoire enyan COVID. Omo deficit for 2020 eye 5.5%. E kire say COVID inti omo ye expenditure bi o man budget. Inti omo expenditure kosoro because of COVID 5.5% to GDP.
Okay.
Senegal there Agya Kwabena manim blackmail because your producer don't do that. You give him 2 hours and over to speak. And it's blackmail. What is not fair? Allow me to speak. Please don't be fair. That's why you called me to drive to come here. At least let me land. What can I land? Let me land. Agya Kwabena me new baby. Let me land. How can I say I make a baby? He has spoken for more than 2 hours. Then I in all fairness, the Prince of being paid. In all fairness, he must even leave for me to have the extra time.
It's not right.
You're talking for 2 hours. When I was not here, you can do 1 hour. We are bullies. No cry about with COVID. Côte d'Ivoire, but when we compare you to Côte d'Ivoire and US, until I may be man way. PS, US they mean for young compare because I just will be a one tier economies. I say, and or the Ghana economy they compare US. US a juma bua, will be our year juma be a j. I get you a papa per hour, it you a mocha per hour. No multi-million security or mortgages. So the impacts of fuel prices what Ghana needs to Ghana. Echo compare the impact of fuel prices that will be at America. So that is the only economists I say. It's your neighbors Togo, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire here. What am I compare? Budget deficit, you know. Côte d'Ivoire there 5.5% 2020 with COVID. Senegal 6.3%. Benin 4.7%. Burkina 5.6%. Guinea 2.8%. Ghana 15.7% adding. Because Sika ba binding some 2020 was 55 billion. Elections a person winning this Sika DNT. Omu di Sika 105 billion and then they lead to this deficit. How do you blame COVID when all these other countries also got COVID? And then Nigeria Sika, is it depreciating like Ghana? Is the safer depreciating like the Ghana cedi? Omu nyina timi kwa manse bia so komo bosia. Omu timi issue euro bond. Ade na Ghana di obi aso omo ye bosia. Ene Benin kwa kwaje bosia onya percentage 8%, 9% as a yield. Just say okobo obi bosia interest and the pakro ne beka si tuyama no. Ghana we interest on our bonds 21%. A economy abo from junk economies, baller economies. And omo yield above 15%. Yeah, 21%. E din si Ghana bakose muda. Economy a wenya 3 oil fields. Mahamenya 1. And so what say economy now? All the international sovereign credit agencies say your economy is the worst, B- and CAA1. All the one about to yen. COVID-19 ya can one semi. Bibia mu blemu on COVID-19. Ansa na nyama ye no. Na construction sector, mama breso, it grow 8.4%. Construction ebe ma hu mpomponso aban no disike mpuntu nyuma mu. Akwan adansie suku adan asupitu tiaze. It grew 2016 that sector by 8.4%. 2019 now covered the mile negative 8.5%. Manufacturing, which is very important for or maybe a person to mpon. John Mahama or no one district one factory. Manufacturing sector it grew 7.9% in 2016. And they are moving because all they were not done really being no. Manufacturing 2019 6.5%. Na cover the mile. Once I would be on conso bra if you feel nine. And I will try contempo so myself wire what that want na atom. So obi catch now say COVID-19 na Ghana sika semwa say ya sini who speech we mu Dr. Bawumia say COVID buy in impuno. Afibia Ghana sika yenya your revenue cost 25%. Meboa. 97 revenue cost 25% despite 3 weeks of lockdown. Why then do you say it's a COVID how? Aban bia wabetena Ghana soda. Inya the problem, onya one crisis or the other. President Kofi Abreso, we are seeing now went into an economic crisis. The global credit crunch of 2007-2008. Okay. President Mahama, I'm quite because of time. President Mahama Abreso 2015. Ghana, you were 1 oil field per Jubilee fields. If you and you be 2 oil no store oil no, your friend FPS in Chroma. The assistant at me boama if you need your friend a tyrant berry no. I say at Oriental Messiah and Bua say. And for 9 months in 2016, you 2 oil. Oil sector grew by negative 15.6%. A man said just a bore of oil. Now you share any musenka 2015, you be $99. A teba $30. A cost from Punamro $40. And it's a na buy any so that's in dollars in no. Ama. Dollars and you free see a cotton you go that you be yen sanka. I don't know what you mean. Meaning chino, sa which way you buy a global crisis buy no. South Africa in a recession, just omu grow negative. Angola more oil pa omu grow negative. Nigeria grow negative 2016. 2015-2016. Yet Ghana under President Mahama you grow 3.6%. With all these challenges, IMF one you $2 billion. Yanko Bank of Ghana so muncha 1 CB maye. Uwakwa kwaje Bank of Ghana sika 20 billion. Sika ye twa the amount no. Yet mubo ye chi say na 2016 growth na 3.6%. Aden na no de. Mun ka say President Mahama nya challenges. Oil bo ba form, gold bo ba form, challenges yi ninti 3.6 no enye hwe. Now what do you say? What challenges in the film when you have had far more resources to manage that crisis than you have even spent on that crisis. Okay. You've had 36 billion, okay. You claim to have spent 17.7 billion. I mean, Russia and Ukraine took our mooking. I'm about SS. Russia and Ukraine took our mooking. Russia and took one started 24 February. Medical chains before then took one best started, not petrol war. And it is a work cost 100% from 16 Ghana in December 2016 to 33 Ghana by February. And started to Kwane started. Russia to Kwane started na iron rod, 16mm iron rod, 1 ton. Mahama Abreso na 2008. And started to Kwane started no. Na 5,500. Emma Honorable Kwaku Kwatin. I have the story here. Obi a wuti mbi Google it. Eka as a parliament kwa nhwehwem di ntia cement. Iron rods ni adansie wo nyema boaye den. Adansie wo nyema boaye din wo kromwa before February 2022 this year. So why is it that what say Ghana sika because of Bosnia bo basa ni sikadie basa? I will be accept responsibility no the question COVID. And we tie Dr. Bawumia. Also we move Ghana free taxation to production.
Yes.
Na bina baba be yi 17 taxes a free ho.
Na nya no correct.
Yes ni who.
Nya no correct.
Obwa.
So see new sales taxes.
Me pacho taxes 17 omo bo nchire. One tax handle VAT. I dan nyema be eduso. Real estate. Plane ticket, air tickets. Any other things, banking services. And the way you have VAT and I free home. So a one tax on different goods and services. It is said you will be say VAT that miluso. VAT that sichiriso. VAT that milk so. It is a me use VAT if you are must scrap 3 taxes. What be that? The tax is one tax called VAT. But it's only scrap 17 taxes. Rather no. Moya sa call the John. On the MP before Musuban to say Lucifer. They give with the right hand and they take more with the left hand. Omoya sa call the John. Omo first 10. They see no more than 20 taxes na to Ghana for so. First 10. VAT omo by 5% by making NHIL and Get Fund straight taxes. 5% increase in VAT, which affects Ghana and Libya. Omo the VAT 3% flat rate by. Emma AGI ni guta for be ka say egu omeduma because 3% flat rate do also change 17.5 na no mutua no. All report to our stories you are. Ejakwa na meboa. First time na special import levy of 2%. na was nke end 2017 omo extend no ko 2020 omo san so why extend ni bi ma ko 2024 first term na 5% national fiscal stabilization levy na 5% na was end 2017 omo extend no from 2017 to 2020 and from 2020 to 2024 making it new taxes na second term you so omo kwa ne abanya wiase nyina omo se covid aba se Ghana for nyuma dia ho kyeraba nanso mo be san so punish Ghana for with covid no by bringing a covid levy covid tour they said yanka HIV man ho so Rollins abreso no Rollins say me the HIV tax aba nti na Ghana ni bia wutie me you pay covid levy of 1% on VAT nti never flat rate no 4% no longer 3 NHIL 2.5 na 3.5 because of covid levy omo wie no petrol omo the energy sector levy 20 pesos per liter of diesel and petrol boiler tax 10 pesos per liter of diesel and petrol energy sector levy BM 18 pesos per every kilogram of LPG taxes obo be 2 year nyina so ma to be mo boss margin from 3 pesos to 9 pesos 200% increase master taxes are what dia ba na easy and you are talking about moving us from taxation to production or say special petroleum tax or ma bete so e can the table no NDC abreso na special petroleum tax na 17.5% ad valorem meaning say it was a percentage of something so 17.5% no in monetary terms was 41 pesos per liter of diesel and petrol and now what's why in the 13% straight they say 46 pesos ade free 41 pesos ko 46 pesos enteso Dr. Bawomi anka no kre now they say banking sector crisis also mo here communicators no try some use covid any Russia Ukraine ko no justify the ntia Ghana sika se mo asay o mo ntumi anye nti no ba wo mi aba bonten so we nye covid nko na ma Ghana sika se mo asay na foforo ho eye den o say we banking sector clean up almost say 25 billion on it
25 o chema wa je kra kan wa ha say e kan no be sisi
tie ni yo wa be di o man so wo be di o man so no financial sector ho na banking sector ne she no now grow by 8.1%. 8.1%. Sector ben grow 8.1%. Ubetumi describe in economy say it was on the verge of collapse. Na mahama Ghana banks are say. But the fact shows that the sector had grew by 8.1% for 2016 and na mahama efre kunya so. Wo so be ye ni year no 2019 before COVID. Financial and insurance sector grew 1.8%. 1.8 better than 8. Yo yate. Ebien banks no ampa na ni wura ne directors ni bi no. Omo the banks ni sika se ma ye nyema basa. Eno ti yebu bi ka se hwe. Obetumi aptwe san panyifo na so. Abrawo mu banks no because ugu banks na omo ye mu adwuma nyina no ugu wo na adwuma. Na do se omu ntie. Ba wo mi aso omu ntie omu gu no. Ena omo koje ebosia 25 billion gu no. Ena omo san so de campaign say yagu banks ya ade. Na ya kwaje bosia 25 billion abetua depositors ka nti monto aba maye ya ade. Ena omo je ho credit. After we economy is say because of data 57,000 people adwuma bomo because of that decision. Wa sa bosia na kwaje ye no so ama wo ka akosora. Uzi yes our problem why they create here you could have saved the banks with less than 10 billion. You chose to collapse the banks. Yeah. With 25 billion. What is the wisdom in that? Na banks now collapse ye no so no. Enye ni nyina na empenyifo ewo mu no edisika na o ma ye bibio. Heritage Bank. Yes said we gongo dia kwesi botwe na e bo chairman no. It was a solvent bank. Bank and sika sem gina brane oneka. Directed bia ni wana na wafa depositors and customer sika. And so mugu no because of politics. Adanya almost say do agongo na or ye me shareholder of the bank no. Sika wo dey be a bank no ye. Sika wo nya ye from a contract on the cocoa board ye under NDC. And aban so e de na ko gina court say say contracts ne nyama bia nko ye wom. Enti ye good the bank. Masa say we to aso. It is a nay. You see you must presume a criminally accused person innocent until proven guilty. Not guilty until proven innocent. What good the bank court so nka say waye boni bi nti na court ka say onye boni bi a Heritage Bank na waguno ama directors ne shareholders workers akwotena fie bi monyinya stroke ene yare yakese no na de na waye Construction Bank muguno no Kwabena ni NDC ni John Mahama won't here say John Mahama the banking sector. Construction bank enya omo license 2017. Bawomia and Philip Addison, the current governor of Bank of Ghana appointed by Kufuor in a BA construction bank. In the construction bank Gua John Mahama. It is only a useless government. And I bet na komia so 6 years. When you sika cha haban bia oil fields me ensa. Wabobo si cha haban bia. When you ko sika say na still enyema nko yi a or they be shaban dada. It is only a useless government.
Sammy,
finally on the excess capacity charges. Now the reason for by the way, my main answer about excess capacity no. But we also must see 104 factories. And throw. Aban we need the only government in Ghana's history only see one factory. Okay, Bobako.
One district, one factory.
Bobako.
So my ye be pre.
When Bobako. Ni nyina ye. Ankwankwa we see the factory dada. And ankwankwa person see the factory. Na ban aboa no. John Mahama metiasia. John Ma say anka Bawumia ka say na ban aboa ankwankwa mo mesi factory a. Enka metiasia. Say aban so boa ama ankwankwa si factory so de. John Mahama ye bi chemo. I have here a list of 140 factories. John Mahama buying under EDIF. Emma wonwa sika tax cuts. Ma between 2012 2016 establishes our factories with efa nyuma be 140. Meti me the copy we e the amount. E do so chemo 104 no. But eno achi no Mahama na nkasa buying si Elmina fishing fish processing plants and a factory. John Mahama buying no ankasa si Bupe Share Not factory. John Mahama buying ankasa si Kumasi shoe factory. Nkoma time na ye factory na gu ye be ye no foforo. John Mahama buying esi Commander Sugar factory. John Mahama buying esi the biggest factory in the history of Ghana. Do you know the biggest factory in the history of Ghana?
No.
It is the Tuabo gas processing plant. Worth $1 billion. It's a Ghana 300 million Ghana cedis afibia. What the omo factories no most omo boa ankran to say Kasapreko. Factories that are even older than Sami Jenfino. What the almost 1D 1F ni na bomu a. Enu even $100 million. Not even 10% of the value of a Tuabo, which is $1 billion. It is our one district, one factory, some kind in a trop or Mugana for you ditro. Now, lastly, on excess capacity charge, the last excuse. Or say, on Casa Krawa, Wakasa 2 hours, on Casa, excess capacity charge, you tell me, they say the only baby, almost, the protest, but you can't say
Mama chance.
It's too much.
And by the way, time need to be referred. World Bank country director Mr. Laporte na Kasano. Or say be truthful to Ghanaians. The economy is very bad. What kind of story now? Or say Akufuado Bawumia. Our economy is say before COVID. This is World Bank director. Or just a medium for your NDC. Now excess capacity. Almost your audientia. Ghana economy na say no. It's because Mahama. Or man Kenya dosu or Ghana dodo. Enti Nkenia ni yehudi enfanye ena ye bom Kenia ne hoka na ye me ba wo ya bo ka wa utan kontompo ma wo safo a
70 billion
oda utan kontompo ma safo a yira da bonte enya nkofo na se Mahama nso vodum so no mo na nso vodum so e dey say the man just say Mahama na man Kenia aboro so a mo kra mu hudi e mo di Kenia ne beye so say nyame atemoto obi odi true bi asa number 2 Dr. Bawumia say excess capacity nko ano aban we ya bo hoka 17 billion. Unimza 17 billion Bawumia na ekasa no. And you say Bawumia u figures we onya na he. Because on 17 June 2021 last year MP for Tamale North Mimia Alhassan Suhini. Marche bedu mu bisa finance minister question. On say aban tuya obi aka finance minister de tuya. Edu bezo hu excess capacity so called excess capacity aban we so tuya bisa finance minister. Nti e bisa no. To ask the Minister for Finance which independent power producing companies have received payment from the government of Ghana for excess capacity charges and how much saying we to yama womo na companies benso we to yama womo. Muntie Finance Minister answer. We hands that. Nya sameje fi na ka say Ken Oforiata o mampenye Kufuado ne ma menu aba na ka say. Mr. Speaker, the underlisted independent power producers have received payments for excess capacity charge for the period under review, 2017 to 2020, totaling $937.50 million. The breakdown is as follows. AXA, $347 million. Car Power, $359 million. SEM Power, $231 million. Ninina $937 million. O the best Syria, a bear 5 billion cedis. And Tibawomia was 17 billion unyane. So was me say papa no. And Tron and Ada woni DNA mu ontimi kano kre. Kind of oriata figure ni. Already Bawomia has a COVID expenditure 8.1. COVID expenditure 8.1. Nanado say 17.7. Excess capacity charge. Ken Oforiata say $937 million. This is the latest communication from the finance minister to parliament. June 2021. Bawomia comes to 2022 to lie to us. Because I was saying, onya excuse. Now the dada Ghana for blame on external factors rather than Bosnia Bebrebe ni sikedie bebrebe no ma ya mamu boneno. Or say 17 billion. I don't see a way. Now, even this $937 million, which translates into about 5 billion or 6 billion cedis. No? So we need bizarre follow-up question, say, Minister for Finance. Sikaya must say mutuya for SS Power no. SS Power don't was saying na mutuya ka for. So we say Ghana, ye nyina ma wode na ye produce na buso, abroso. Mahama de or dre hweka into aman Kenya na abroso dodo. In Kenya dodo was saying na abroso Ghana for here. You still ye tuaka. What is the quantum total megawatts of power ben SS? Opa bisano. Can of answer.
Okay.
Because you know why? There is nothing like SS Power. Kwabena say B5 Limited, the biggest steel manufacturing company in West Africa. On the steel manufacturing in power power. Omo tema Ningo Pram Sam George constituency. They are operating at 40% capacity. You know why? Because omu nyan Kenya omu. Until last year, Google it. O mama Greek Koni VRE, Bosnia $8 million say. Greek Koni VRE for more power. And so I buy and say, me wo SS power. I buy and also be industrialize Ghana or one district, one factory. No name say power and the most important resource for industrialization. Also over SS power. Valco into me nyadwuma nyina na yedi ntia. Power. Valco nyadwuma also SS power. Na say also Valco se ya power be consume no. Ubenya SS bibiem. So there is a difference between idle power. Power ewu hian ba mamo born into use and SS power. Power ne kwa na ye ma ne doso no. John Mahama odreke kan say nkromenti no. Osanso koje Bosnia from Alliance Française Développement. Say yemfa nye pipe on the Ghana free tete besi ne. Ye send power, ye export power to Togo, Burkina. E de konya foreign exchange. So nimsa e di nyesika. Do you know that? And a president mama say your power ne doso no. Because ye mpesa power ne ye demand ne be pe. Install capacity ne demand be pe. Na to ye nchen bi sia. E pe breba na akoso bo ye nya power na fe de dumso aba. Ana thermal plant bi e woka. Ana ye nya fuel na fe de dumso aba. Nti mi ma na buso na ye nya de ye fe no reserve margin. San America for America. Omu install capacity bro omu demand so. They don't complain about it. They have budget lines to pay for that because omu say they have to get a reservoir. Say at see America they can depend on that. Mahama ijao power man abroso. Wasanso wa usika ube to be the expanded wo pipe wa they export power to Burkina and Togo mu. Na what me export power ne more e de nyesika. Wa abandon our projects ni nyina. Wa abandon ni nyina. B5 nya power. Valco enya adwuma. You are complaining about SS power. They should, I'm challenging them today. Tell us, figure bay how many megawatts of power na mo say SS na mo tuaka no.
Okay.
Do you know what they are doing? ECG for car or mobile. Your friend of technical and commercial losses.
Okay.
Sa car no ECG for bon. And Nancy 2018 your workers o mati in Kenya boss no. Wasn't komu ko tua ECG ka. Na ECG enya sika ko tua power producers ne ka o man ko tua no. E de car beto Saka ni nyina no mwachechira so adwo Mahama say SS capacity charge.
Okay, so me da
say me de kwakwa nyina de make to nyina ne say make number ni free 17 billion ni any source. Mama ko manu say mama punch break wakaza 2 hours mama manu say so me de make kwakwa si nyina ne say
3 times
de make mana ko si nyina ne say
this is not fair ja
mo betina konwa so ma be kufu ado say am born in excuses. If something is wrong with your economy, you fix it. Yamamo 3 oil fields. Mabo bosia chan ben bia. COVID the buy, musimo yusuba umiase di 8.1 billion on COVID. but when you 36 billion what they cover the cancer so what when to me and you say sika ni year to say the Cote d'Ivoire Togo amaya twa ye hu ehia nyina omunya covid but mo aban omo responsible nti omutimi manage omu sika yi a ene ahokyere wo ho but ahokyere ne te say Ghana obi ani wa ya blacklist na onto ni nko capital market nkoje bosia Togo Nigeria obi atimi koje bosia unlike you are jitu mu say ya nyanyeme yie 2020 ni diskane broso dodo 2021 ye diskane broso dodo enu nti na ka mene ya obi adi ni sika free Ghana akwa dollar ate Praga sa ho kire we nyina ye den aba enu nti no ye cut down on expenditure omanpanyi den no moye unhu se na nsi omanpanyi asanso akofa Boeing 737 LSDO private jet kakakana osi opeso odware wo mu e wo wie mu nti no okochata don hwere ba ko everyone na wo bia Ghana nyafo ete say ye taxpayers ete say ya ye bre ye bon woka $20,000 Ghana sikamu no more than 1.2 billion every 1 hour na nse o mampenya kufuado oko US o say offer private jet wo Ghana ko US aye be cheki or the American airline every Kotoka International Airport eko see Dulles International Airport wo Washington DC o free Washington program no eko you can say North Carolina okofa Boeing 37 o free North Carolina eko London okofa private jet yi meaning say na say wa bro ni timu bia e dia say o manya kasa e dia wa na ko e kan ko a wo dia bo man on this trip alone 35 billion OCD in 1 year wa bo Ghana for car on this private jet 280 billion sanye ma do na montete so na monte bosia bo bebrebe na mo bo a mo san so did wo manum no monte so that is the way to salvage the economy stop lying to Ghanaians me ma kwan be send the economy
komo che ye ni tira me ma kwan ma osu
but the man has spoken for 2 hours 30 minutes and you have not done me any favor
wa kan sama do bebre figures bi a o kan ya me pese
no ye kan wasem na answer
na de ene so no mo pon
da bi ye be pon
kaza tenten top on go ya wo mo obi 2.5 hours now osanso me ma o demand for more time
ma kwese yi na asem we
I have to tell you
wow
oni be oka
I have to tell how I feel
wo feel say
sabe men free cromas ma say me ba be ye program mama akasa mama buy na ma betra ama obi a wontimi ama ha na twoma bosa what is that
me twa bosa
it's not right
me twa bosa
it's not right opa
you spoke for 2 hours 30 minutes
Sami
you spoke for 2 hours 30 minutes
ma ye no minudi nkomo kama na waba
you come how many minutes
there was a time there
everything na madania ma say
but I have to register my
certain nyina ye tam so kwa na efo
because the way is unfair ja
I didn't
please yam pon why ni ma dos yam program producer yam pon
mama me kwa na
okay 2.5 hours
follow time mama omu one on one it's okay. No problem. But not send me to sit here and watch him talk. And do all this.
So you are attacking the site media.
No.
Mama, you are attacking the site media.
How will I do that?
But you are trying to cite examples of they being unfair to your party.
No, because what you are doing, you know. Say, Mapa,
you spoke 2 hours.
It is your own responsibility, no mama.
I know tell mama. Say
you told them emergency when you went to Myanmar. He's working for 2 hours.
That is, you think I believe it? I only respect you, you know. To come and just tell us because I was here. And so what? You were told to come. I came from Kumasi. Do you know why I got here?
But who was supposed to be here? It was Honorable Richard Echampa was supposed to be here.
I was told first in Kumasi that it was you.
It's not true. It's not true. You don't do a final placement for us. Don't come and say that. You're talking for 2 hours. Why are you fighting over time?
I'm saying is that.
Why are you fighting over time?
I have to draw Agya's attention. Say in the future, no. Okay, so Oba. Time na kano. So when my be krana, and yes, as much as he has given.
But you're not his producer.
What I say? I'm not his
producer. So I have the right to also defend him, sir. Or also so I'm out 2 hours. I'm 40 minutes.
I'm the question. Now you're not here.
And you say, "Bra me dem yeah."
I be before who pop when you question I just want to come na here din din
What register Martin
opposition o de mo man nka
say ka say kura no honorable kura a champion kura say okono baby o tube the car by so studio
but the point is I want to see the
it's 17.7 billion Ghana cedis
and for me 8. Mami knows
one day
Mami for me knows so also me intro maturity
okay
how many minutes are you giving
8 minutes
okay numbers 1 that's all right
what does I do a metro
18 kind no tie NDC amamu onim Obetra okeka say mampanyini abedi achiri etwa nkontompo. It is totally not true. What shall I say? Yet ye baby you. And you know because asem ye tre say Dr. Baumia ebe manager. What you know baby? And you know wo former president Fred say omra. Na dey dollar na manager na. O say what you baby? Nkontompo will be a big platform we so. What you baby ohene? After we ask say Ghana for the friends o mekasa. You were the people that were calling him say omekasa. After the obekasa no mahu sebe mako pusu num ana mahu kankai. Mo question say mo busa nyina wa yia no awo pipa so sika no de na ade aye wa listing him out this kana ye ba be free buy ya enti we say Dr. Baumia mu Ghana fo enti na obegyina ha o kase ahokire o ha we say na ye pensu ne no covid economy no better than NDC there be one cancer one control. He's not a liar to say the whole can open so Ghana for a fan no. O sha say can opening paragraphs. O say kasa ahokire ni ho a na eboa. Ahokire wo ho.
Na one dey ahokire.
It's one can kontompo anchiro. Mo question mo busa da bia o mra bontene o meka say e dey na ekoso no. E na oba e no say okay. O ha wo ho. Ye frachi na eba, ye fi ba bi na eba. Na mo kasa NDC fo mo kasa mo ni nyaso mo kasa tuno sa de mo betimi aje o man Ghana no ye o mo records da ho enem pa ya aba covid aba how the baby wo ho no de enam mu no ye che mo de no de ntia wo de to mo de no ho no wo entokwa mo na mo pe emfate ho na mo pe enti onumpo wa mo de o ofa 2013 to 2016 and of 17 to I think 21 or so. And all the emphato hono about the fundamentals of GDP growth no aka of inflation no aka na information ni bi wa ha e wo se bia Ghana for obi otimi ko farmer no amanone for the area eba say ya ne ko ese ni nyina o Ghana ntibia o manufacture to be jira aka say o yes selective na o yes ya na wo mum na wo twantro na in the coming days, this is 129 pages. You may debate every one of them. Every area. Let me for platform 2 hours no end discuss it. And Samia Sama Okano
8 minutes. 4 minutes.
Samia Pacho me das.
Etino Samia Asama Okano. Dudu na okanyina. Eyen kontompo. Sa ama wodo na oboso se omu Africa ha say na. Wono no do ye ho toto omu. Omu hwan and a could deal with banking crisis. Omumu wine and a quiet take or pay. Excess capacity. You know say over 2,000.
2,000 what?
Because Ghana peak point, you know, you hear about 3,000. I'm speaking from my recollection from Parliament. Ghana peak capacity here to run it's about 3,000 megawatts. Makoto 5,000 over 5,000. I think it's a 5,100, almost 5,100 megawatts. You use only up to 3,000. And to say 12 for excess capacity is the 2,000 that if you're looking for. Otherwise, they should go back to Parliament and ask questions. Okay? And to Dr. Baumia and trying to say they will see cano. Momo economy and mujai to horo. Okay, COVID is in some. A country is made up of individual households, firms. Then you are about together and forming a nation. Men can't some enfang enwon ma some men can't enfaye se bia me de tumi ho me kana ho brasim me wo company bi microfinance company
so we na ndc abreso
2007 abapim 2000 tenio 2007 ne shase abapim 2020
na obases no so te say e say petrol akosui
pacho
business asay kra
Ntine see nyina difficulties. No way.
Ukra say we wan sia. E mo wa say.
That be ya ya
dwuma. We go say we pia about.
Eh man, and
I dey waka sa dey be minister for ma no.
Enya we.
Okay.
What come here from shop? I don't think me no on kuno. We dey ma make myself.
Okay, I might talk to you. Deputy minister for ma. I was also the deputy chief of staff.
Me come here prime minister.
As I so watch
abi ma me. O che mi ado.
Me nua pa no.
Tu dey ma ntra na ewia e be pia e be kia so.
But defense.
So what my your party it won't be when you be anywhere. Until the make can say some microfinance company 2020 for almost 12 years we made losses because of COVID. apart from 2013 and they were caught for a long time. Do something so near bet too much, you know. They might call from no. 2020 we had to fire near about almost 300 employees. We had to fire about 50 employees. This is speaking from a micro point, a firm, a company. So when the company is going through crisis, it reflects at the top. Like a company say, "Elusu nipa minim." So many media platforms. So when you aggregate it, when you put it all together, it affects the nation. Okay, then so why inflation. Now the one who see inflation at the 15.4. COVID ni ho. COVID ni ho. Na dum so ni ho. Tenie. COVID ni ho. Dum so e ma wo koso. Enti no me ba dum so ho.
Wo di generator
na unam COVID Russian wo mu na ene inflation da 15.5. Why are they?
A rebased inflation. In the whole series, more than 20%.
My position is I don't remember fuel mesa dollar the politics ni na no. Ese bia ye politicians ni ya to ye book akra. Eja tire be ka no. But fuel tema momo wa ban mu na awiase price of fuel. Bara no actively bear 150 abeto 30 Ghana cedis, $30. The world price of fuel under NDC was coming down. Say the NDCs was going up like supply curve. If you say to boso now umudie umma peja Ghana boso now be can and now we say bo ekoso your supply chain difficulties covid aba supply of enema akofom we twum time enema bekoso what to parliament we kontokwa what to parliament speaker akonya firi ho what to blows now be the speaker be chairman now be the speaker be chairman when you not even use 5 minutes what 5 minutes next week
oh, the following one, okay. See me here. I got my make a big show. No, COVID-19 a bunch of boy. COVID-19 and a bunch of Gary boy. I don't know bunch of I don't know some men high street. I don't some men see me be. Bunch yeah, the kind of buy. They can't find the minimum fuel price across. Across, and it's for by the fuel, but $1 across. Yen can one do myself manage dollar. Who position, or see if the fundamentals are weak, good. The exchange rate, which is the let's suppose you watch a dollar. What do you mean? Don't reduce it. I allow this to speak. No. I don't want to say because economic class in and your COVID and a brew. Oh, 2019 before COVID. That's how you made price of a brew. You saw also you saw no company. Now COVID in tea, ne company running losses. Yes, COVID in tea company no IMF mamu $2 billion. The question is, World Bank will say $100 million. The owners, Bank of Ghana, $20 billion. The owners have to bring money. The owners is not anything. Allow us to speak so people can listen. No. Let me make my choice. You have my choice. Economy now will say about $4 million. But when you say Ghana, your revenue costs 25%, unlike you. Apart from a no, Sika World Bank, IMF, European Union Bank, AFD, Omunyina dia chair no. any the Bank of Ghana the amount ebro 36 billion.
Any part that like
they were using on COVID no, but when me say 8.1 billion. It's argument near flawed.
No,
me kasatente top on go me twa so wa.
Na
they make kan ni nyina na say.
And no credit that
Ghana ni oda ni je. Na on a nim say the decision.
Ghana economy say MPP to be manage I am telling you NDC we know them.
Let me speak.
I am saying I say we know them.
They never be in the shop e wo Bantima High Street a wo tie former MP.
Yes, we can fix it. We can fix it. No, we can fix it.
Petrol no ntimi nto.
Oh, of course.
Aduane boy de ntimi nto.
Obi anim sa.
Bibia boy de ntimi nto. Na wo
no.
Obi anim sa 5 years asem wa.
Obi anim sa.
E Ghana force say mu ye de.
Dey can say.
Mu gina simpie so say.
Mu nyanto bo
Ghana na mo do record bia. Yes sika so come dey yan. Mu be ba ma ya be me.
Mu ni record bia.
Ni. What say Ghana sika because
me dan se papa
papa. Mu ni record bia.
Mu ni record bia. Me dan se
yam poni so bi.
Sabi jan fi me dan se.
O man mo e de.
Ba na fo no kwa no be tiaka. O be tiaka because there is a bunch of people who say fo no kwa.
Me dan wa se
say vote AC.
Me dan wa se. Sabi jan fi communication officer.
Amamo ni sales business.
And it's not here enkane bantama emna shebedwani. Me dan wa se pise mu ni abreba ye.
On record.
Say. Ane pa.
Shop ne the NDC ye dia ye ni nyina. Na nto mampanya kufuado. O time ba na wie ye pa papa we yi we.
Ebia mba ma no. Ebia say o to have this
one. Kuma se ne ba ha be defend you.
Why ya pa. Enti madam was say mo na mo ba ye. God bless Benjamin Nana Kwabena amankwa. Our God of Grace International School and the when you feel enkono if you shilla and afi buama UTV I say oh my happy birthday me din e dey Agya Kwabena yes sami edebio
is o chema boajo no
oshun
on foforiata and adodan kwan so
no
onya post here
madam wasipi sabu ba ye hwe kwa say yakopon ya domo a ye be say ahia bio na ye di nkomo ni nyina ne say omane kanko ene ne punto nti ye be hwe kwan say say Saturday be ye Easter Saturday nti e bia ye nya omomba na mo ene na wotwe mienu yakopon ya do na se ye ba ye betu nsa frem panyifo mienu ma wasan ba bio na fe ye nya expert ba ko nsa aka ho no ye independent anya politics akiri eno hye na fe atena se se mampanya be de kyense mo ka no o kan se mo do bebre enti na dwumede na hyase bi se o chema boaje se onenafo kanofori atase mo be kan ye ne mampani so be kan ye ene na naruda kwaku abese Dr. Baumia be kan ye emu de ho na se ye sense figures bi apiem ha 17.7 billion ene 8.1 billion no which is which da ko ya adoma ye be di ho ko ya kra mo production team no be do mo nyina ase ye ma mo nyina bo ene hwe ye ma baba nso